watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Good evening and welcome to Panther Stadium, where Medina Valley getting set to host the Kennedy Rockets here on homecoming night at Panther Stadium. I'm Jared Lucky along with Maury Stein and Jeff Stivers here to bring you all the action tonight. And Maury, we got a little cold front blew in here, a little closer to some football weather than what we've been seeing in the past.
It's exactly what we talked about this morning. I woke up and got the paper at about 5:45. And it still hadn't blown in, and 15 minutes later at 6 o'clock when I went back outside, it had started. So, Jared, this is football weather. It's fall, and fall is in the air, and what better to ring in the fall weather than having homecoming night here against the Kennedy Rockets. And we need to right the ship. Coach Chris joined us on the Sports for Supper at Sammy's show, and the whole outlook is still remains very, very positive. And Jared, as you and I talked about before we went on air, the season is still out there for the Panthers. Even though they're 0-2, you have, 5 games left. You go 5-2 in that last game, or 4-2 in the next 4 games. You go into that last game against Kerrville-Tivy, and there could be district championship implications going into that last ball game, and you can't ask for anything else.
No, you're exactly right, Maureen. Both teams coming in here 0-2 in district play. Kennedy looking to right their ship as well. But Medina Valley, both the losses that they had, a very close, heartbreaking loss to Lockhart, and then against Bernie Champion, down 20-0, came back, made it 20-17, had one play go against them in that game. They could easily be 2-0 in district play and have this thing flipped. And we were talking about, I think this is a good team in Kennedy to right your ship too here. If you play a good ball game, if you play your brand of football, Medina Valley should come away with a win here this evening.
In the first 2 district games, it was a scoop and score that turned the ball game around. It was a scoop and score when Medina Valley was getting to add to the lead against Lockhart and go up 2 scores. Medina Valley put the ball on the ground. Tukar picked it up and ran 80 yards for a touchdown. Medina Valley closed the 20-point gap to 20-17 and kicked off against Bernie Champion. Bernie Champion fumbled the ball. Medina Valley, number 8, Sebastian Gutierrez, picked it up, scooped and scored, but it was called back because they said the forward progress was stopped. And the Panthers just, after that momentum was taken away from them, they just could not get over the hump and overcome the whole 20-point deficit. But 2 plays, you could say, were pivotal in those ball games. I don't think it's going to come down to one play tonight. Medina Valley should take care of business, Jared, but you don't win on paper, you win out on the field.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and I think some of the things that the Panthers need to do here tonight is just, don't turn the ball over, play a clean game as far as penalties go, and finish their drives off. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. We're going to take a break and recognize some of our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we will continue here in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Truck Month is back at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealership, where you'll get upfront posted pricing with no surprise dealer add-ons. Like on the 2020 Colorado Crew Cab V6, posted at $25,995, plus 3.63% financing for 75 months. Or the all-new 2020 Silverado Texas Edition, posted at only $29,999, or lease for just $330 a month with 0 down. Plus, get a no-charge spray and bed liner and window tint. With deals like these, it's easy to see why more people are buying from North Park Chevrolet than ever before. Find new roads and experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, a proud member of the Kalig Auto Group, and a J.D. Power 2019 Dealer of Excellence for the customer sales experience. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Highest rated dealer based on sales volume and customer satisfaction. Call 210-640-3184 for full price details. For J.D. Power 2019 DOE information, visit jdpower.com/DOE.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984. and a proud supporter of Medina Valley Athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
Garner Abstract and Land Company, the title company with professional service and a personal touch. Garner services real estate transactions, buying, selling, and construction loans for commercial and residential. They specialize in land development and farm and ranch. Garner, offering a commitment to professionalism, confidentiality, and personal service combined with the latest technology. Garner Abstract and Land Company will work to earn your trust. Garner Abstract and Land Company, 830-346-1367. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium. Still about 7.5 minutes from kickoff. Neither team has come out on the field yet for this ball game. It is homecoming here tonight. The wind is blowing from the north, which means it is blowing straight into the home stadium's face. Right here, we're in the press box, and it's blowing straight into us across the field. If a team's moving right to left, it'll be blowing from their right to left. A strong wind, 20-25-mile-an-hour winds here this evening with the front that blew in. Could become a factor later on in the ball game, and especially with a passing game.
Well, and any special teams, Jarrett, we know is going to cause some problems because the kicking game, once it gets up in the air, especially if it gets higher than bleacher level, it's really going to wreak havoc on the balls, and the special teams is going to be a big, important part of that. And how fitting is it that Sports for Supper for Sammy's, we had 3 out of the 4 members that were there were part of the special teams, and we've seen them make play after play after play on the special teams. And it just everything has been set in motion already, Jarrett, since then. You bring your young guys. You had four sophomores there. You had 3 out of the 4 that are very, very prominent on special teams. You got the wind blowing. You got a cold front moving in. Hey, it's set up perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked a little bit before the break about some of the keys to the game. My keys to the game are, win the turnover battle, protect the ball, don't have a bunch of penalties, play a clean game, and finish off your drives. And I think if they do that, and they can win this ball game and then roll that over going to Uvalde next week. That's really what they need to get going, is play a good ball game so they have some momentum to roll over to the next ball game.
I think the most important thing you said, Jarrett, was finish.
Yeah.
Finish the drives. We've gotten down there a few times inside the red zone and have turned the ball over, and, a lot of times that's a 14-point swing because the few times I'm talking about that turned the game around, the team that recovered the football went on and scored. So, there's a couple of key games that are going on in district. The main one tonight is Bernie Champion going to Lockhart, so we're going to keep you updated on that. You have Uvalde playing Kerrville-Tivy, and then you have Memorial that's playing
at Heights.
At Heights. So,
yep.
One of those games probably is not going to be that interesting of a game, which will be Kerrville, but the other two could be interesting. We're going to keep you updated. But, Jared, the main thing is what you said. You got to finish. You got to finish drives tonight. You got to come out right. And the first thing we talked about, the second Sports for Supper, we had Coach Moe there, and his philosophy was KISS, keep it simple.
Yep.
And that's what you got to do tonight. You got to keep it simple. Remain playing your own game. Don't fall into anything that Kennedy wants to offer, and just take care of business.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, Maury. And one of the things to kind of reiterate what you said is, we've seen Medina Valley move the football this year, but we've seen them move it between the 20-yard lines. And when they get down there in that red zone, either they stall out, there's a penalty, they turn the ball over, something like that. And that's just kind of been the way that it's gone for them in the first half of the season. Coming off of the bye week, you've been able to give yourself an extra week of rest to get guys healthy. You've been able to kind of look at things and say, this is what we didn't do the first half of the season. This is what we need to do the second half. And I think Coach Chris said it best at the show on Wednesday night about, we've been pushing that boulder up the hill and it's been falling back on us. Now it's time to get it over the top and start rolling the other way, because they're very close to getting things on track here.
Well, and Lady Luck, Jared, has not been on the Panthers side in the first 5 games of this. Panthers have 5 more remaining. Need to switch that trend around and get Lady Luck on our side, because couple of those ball games could have varied. 3 of those ball games were one possession away from being a Medina Valley win instead of a Medina Valley loss. So this is halfway point of the season. You need to ride the ship, headed in the right direction, use the wind, and come out with a win, Jared, and you're on your way for the next 4 games.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Maury, and we're going to go ahead and take another break real quick, and then we'll come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue here in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community 80 years ago, and for 80 years we've delivered safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to be a part of this community and continue to serve beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, giving back to libraries, hosting safety presentations, and so much more. We belong to this community and are honored to do so. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or at medinaec.org.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium as the Panthers just come out onto the field along with the Kennedy Rockets. And when you look up and down the roster here, Kennedy outmanned, it looks like. When you look up and down here, I think they only have 12 seniors on their team. The rest are all juniors and sophomores, a very young team for Kennedy. And, we saw them last year. They do like to throw the football from what we saw last season, but with this wind, you never know what you're going to see. And last year, I think Medina Valley came away with, I think it was about a 49-7 victory.
They have more sophomores on the roster than they do seniors, so young squad, very young squad.
Yep. And, it's not a bad thing for them, but at the same time, they just don't have that
experience.
They don't have that experience that they've had in the past here, and those things against an experienced team like Medina Valley can cause you some problems. But I expect the Panthers to just come out and execute tonight, and they should come away with a victory. But you never know. You've got to play the ball game, and Kennedy's coming into this looking to right their own ship and get a victory. So we'll see what they bring to the table here this evening. We'll be getting ready for the national anthem here in just a few minutes as the color guard is about ready to march out onto the field with the colors, and then after that we'll take a break for the anthem, and then we'll come back to bring you all the play-by-play. But it's a chilly night here at Panther Stadium with the wind. A lot of traffic still filing into the stadium here. We can see out on 471 out here, still a lot of cars coming in. With the wind blowing in everybody's face here, I'd expect a few people might stay home tonight, but still a large crowd on hand because of homecoming. Always a good crowd here for the Panthers.
Yep, and as you mentioned, Jared, it doesn't really matter what the situation is here at Medina Valley. Medina Valley's always going to have a packed house. They really follow the athletic program very well. Very well, no matter what sport it is. So just a heads up from the volleyball gym. Medina Valley won the first set 25-7, have lost the second set 25-21. So the sets are even against Southwest heading into set number 3. So big important game there going on. If the Panthers take care of business, it sets up the showdown, Jarrett, next Tuesday
against
Harlan for first place in the district.
Yeah, you're absolutely
and
right,
that
Maureen.
will be live, brought to you by Jeff Stivers and Dwayne Garza.
Yep, they'll be there live to bring you that game, and we'll keep you updated on the Southwest game as we get updates. Now we're going to go ahead and take a break for the anthem. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925, with one simple goal: to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Double T Outfitters offers deer, dove, turkey, quail, and exotic hunts in Southwest Texas on over 20,000 low-fenced acres. They facilitate professional guide services, lodging, and fantastic meals while providing the best in Southwest hunting. Contact Double T Outfitters to find out details about their current package hunts. Contact owner Brett Ferguson at 210-413-1597 or online at doubleThunting.com. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium. Anthem is over, and we're ready to bring you all the play-by-play here. As Medina Valley getting set, they'll go out here for the coin toss here pretty quickly. Looks like it's the captains for Medina Valley are going to be number 25, Aaron Ledesma, number 52, Eric Klessel, number 56, Hunter Sanchez, and number 53, Jaron Ramirez. For Kennedy, looks like going to be number 2, Gregory San Miguel, number 4, Ted Carrillo. They're walking out in a straight line, so it's kind of hard to see them. Both sides doing that, walking out single file up the 50-yard line.
52.
Number 52, Antonio Ruiz.
And number 72.
That's Darius Morales are the captains for both teams as they get ready for the coin toss here.
Kind of look like the paratroopers out there.
Yeah, exactly.
The Kennedy Rockets all white with the green numbers and green stripes around their sleeves, white helmet. The green, what is that, a rocket on the side, Jared?
Yep.
And you got to love Medina Valley. Tell the crowd what Medina Valley's wearing.
We're wearing all black like normal. Black pants, black jerseys with the white numbers and the orange trim around them. Black helmets with the orange MV logo on the side with the Panther going through it, and on the right side of their helmets wearing the number in orange on the side, their jersey number. Something that we hadn't seen until this year at Medina Valley. And they're going over the kind of the rules of the toss here with both teams right now before they flip it.
Medina Valley won the toss, Jarrett.
And it looks like they will defer to the second half, which is what they've been doing all season. When they win, they like to go on defense first, which I like. I like when putting your defense out there first.
Honorary coin flip down there was flipped by Ray Doyen, who is a cancer survivor himself. So Ray Doyen, his son, is a receiver for Medina Valley. Mason Doyen. Ray did the coin toss for the game this evening.
Yeah,
so,
and like to point out that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I believe in 2 weeks when they play Memorial here at home, it is going to be a pink out here at the stadium. So remember that if you come to that ball game. I think next week is at Uvalde, and then the next game is going to be home, and that's going to be a pink out against Memorial. So wear your pink when you come to the stadium.
Shirts are available. They are available at Community National Bank. You can also get them at the souvenir shop below the bleachers at all the home games. And also, if you cannot make it to the home games, also you can purchase those at the athletic office at the school or at the main office at the school. So nice pink shirts that support breast cancer awareness, and they are acknowledging all of the veterans and the active members of the armed forces. And Jared, that's one thing we got to mention too. Thank you for all the service that the armed forces people have done. Without them, this would not be the country it is, and it's the best country in the whole world.
Yeah, you're right, Maury, and I like that here at the stadium. They recognize all of the former and active service duty members here at the stadium before each game. They ask them to stand up, and everyone gives them a hand, and that's one of the things I really enjoy about coming to the stadium here is that they still do that. As Medina Valley gets ready to boot it away, they'll be kicking left to right to start the ball game. Pablo Sandoval ready to put his foot into it here for Medina Valley. Back deep to receive is going to be number 1 and number 1, Amandius Jimenez, and number 7, Maximus Sandoval, are the two back deep to receive. So Pablo Sandoval ready to put his leg into it. He's kicking off left to right here. Ball spotted on the left hash at the 40-yard line, and he runs up. And I don't know what that was.
I think he thought the ball was going to roll off the tee, and he stopped.
I think he did, too, and he stopped thinking the wind was going to blow it off.
Delay a game they're going to give Medina Valley
I mean, that's
because of that.
That's going to end up being a 5-yard penalty for that. And I think that's what he's going to tell the referee is he thought it was going to blow off the tee. And they throw the flag on him there. Delay a game against the Panthers. They'll move him back 5 yards, so they'll kick off from the 35-yard line. One of the oddest things I've ever seen to start a ball game right there.
I have never seen that.
Yeah.
I have never seen that.
He kind of ran up, and it was real slow motion, like everyone was like lethargic looking going up there.
Even, I know you can't get a running start, but even the other 10 Panthers out there did not move because they saw the ball wavering on the tee. We do it again. That's the first time I've ever seen that, Jared.
And so Sandoval ready from the 35-yard line to put his foot into it and get this ball game underway. And his kickoff is a line drive to the left side. It's going to be fielded at the 16-yard line, starts up to the 25, and he's going to get tackled between the 25 and 30-yard line.
Imagine that, Jared. Tomaselli and Gutierrez, two of the young men we had on Sports for Supper at Sammy's, in there on the tackle.
And so Kennedy will start the drive, 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. And they'll come out here in the shotgun. Number 15, their quarterback, Aaron Martinez. Out of the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. He has a lone back to his left as they move right to left. Long snap count here. Takes the snap, looking to throw right-handed. Throws up the middle, complete up to the 43-yard line. Big hit put on there, but a 13-yard gain and a first down.
Big hit by Tanner Bippert, but not before 15 yards. A good throw and a good catch in traffic. Bippert allowing no yardage after the catch. And that was a stick right there.
Yeah, absolutely was. And a good job by the receiver to hold on to that football. Then it'll be 1st down and 10 from the 43-yard line. They come out here again in the gun. Martinez. Lone back is Walls to his left. They send a man in motion. They're going to hand it to him on an end around. Almost fumbled it. Got pushed up the field. Turns up to the 45, 46, and a pickup of about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. That was number 4, Ted Carrillo, on the carry.
Dawson Grove coming up from his safety spot on the run. Only give him about 2.5. A lot of holding outside.
Yeah.
It looked like they had 14 Stubing by the jersey, and it was not called.
2nd down and 7 upcoming here. A minute into the ball game. Kennedy comes out here in the I formation. One wide receiver out to the left. Under center, Martinez. He'll take the snap, going to pitch it around to the right side, looking for some room to run. He's going to get outside, and he's got a 1st down and a little more across the 45 down to the 40-yard line. Picks up about 16 yards on that play. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Panther 40.
Tripped up by Devin Stubing.
That was Nathan Martinez on the carry out to the right side on the sweep play.
Grant Snyder came in there from his linebacker spot and took care of 2 of the lead blockers, but the Panthers just could not contain the running back from getting to the outside. Stubing had to come all the way from the right side of the formation to the left to make the tackle.
They come out here with a 3-man bunch tied to the formation on the right side. One wide out here to the left. Under center, takes a snap, pitches it. Right side, Martinez again. And this time he's tripped up at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Grant Snyder and Joe Tarvin on the stop. Joe Tarvin was also one of the young men that was there. And I just noticed Jared, Joe's dad, John, he's the head coach for Southwest Legacy, and he's fortunate enough tonight where he gets to watch the game because Southwest Legacy got a win last night. So I just seen John up here. He's enjoying watching his son play tonight.
3 wide receivers out of the gun. Martinez on 2nd down and 10. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Sets up, fires right side over the head of everybody, incomplete. Intended receiver was number 84, Michael Almendares.
Did that get tipped at the line of scrimmage?
No.
Went higher. He just let it. He had Ferguson and Hecker in his face.
Yeah, and I noticed when he threw that ball, he kind of sidearm slings it up there, and it kind of got a little air underneath it.
Because it sure didn't look good coming out of his hand.
Yeah, no, he kind of 3/4 it. You know, it's not a normal delivery.
Like a Phillip Rivers kind of swing it.
It's 3rd down and 10 here from the Panther 40. They'll come out with 3 wide out to the left, 1 to the right side here. Martinez out of the gun with a lone back. He's going to roll out left, looking to throw, sets his feet, fires over the middle, almost picked off, falls incomplete, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Tyler Mangum was right there, just a little high. Nobody had a chance at that one. And again, Jared, good pressure by Medina Valley's front 4.
And it's going to be 4th down, and Kennedy's going to have to punt the ball away. And the Rockets so far not afraid to throw the football here against Medina Valley. Couple incompletions. They had that one completion to start the ball game for about 13 yards. Decent snap. Almost got it blocked, but the kick is away. And they're going to let it bounce, and it is going to roll out of bounds around the 13-yard line. A pretty good punt that time. It'll be 1st and 10 Panthers from their own 13 with 9:15 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, you mentioned that first pass, Jared. It was a down and distance that the Panthers weren't expecting them to throw. It was a 1st down when they threw it. When the Panthers were ready for it in 2nd and 3rd down in long formation, the Panthers could set their defense back and play the pass and put good rush on the quarterback.
Little update from the volleyball game. Medina Valley wins the 3rd set 25-15, so they're ahead 2-1. They'll look to try to close that out in the 4th set. Panthers out of the gun, split backs Marsh to start the ball game. They're going to hand the ball off Pardo through the line of scrimmage up across the 20 to about the 25. Looks like he picks up about 12 yards and a good 1st down run for the Panthers.
Jeff just joined us back in the booth. He was keeping the game clock, the down clock, before the other official come. And Jeff, the splits here. What is the game plan there when you got that wide of a splits with the defensive line?
Going to hand the ball. Pardo again trying to get to the outside. Now cuts it up the field across the 45. Spins up to midfield before he's taken down. 15-yard pickup by Pardo. And back-to-back big plays, 2 first downs for the Panthers.
Cohen Walls on the stop. And, Jerry, what we want to tell the audience is they are big splits on the defensive line.
Yeah, they run a 3-5. They got a 3-man front there.
Well, that seems like that's why them holes are opening so quick, so big.
It's a 3-3 stack.
First down. Out of the gun, Marsh. They're going to hand it to Gibson. Looking for some room. He cuts it upfield, makes a man miss. A flag comes in. He's across midfield, 45-40. Down the sideline to the 20 before he's brought down. But I think you're going to get a holding call back here. It's going to negate that.
You may get a holding or a block in the back. Holding, yes.
Holding against the Panthers.
And I think the guilty party they're going to get is number 23, Pardo.
That was going to be a 40-yard pickup by Gibson on the play. Instead, it's going to be negated.
It was either on Pardo or Vogel, whoever was outside wide, hooked the defensive end and didn't let him pursue to the ball. But a good job of – saw a little burst from Gibson there down the sideline.
Yeah, and there is the call, holding against the Panthers, so they'll mark this off. And instead of a 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line of Kennedy, you're going to get a first down and 20 from the Panther 30-yard line.
So what the defense is running, Jeff said, is a 3-3 stack, which is why the splits are so wide on the defensive line.
Yeah, and, there's not a lot of teams that run that anymore.
No.
BYU used to be one of the teams that ran that a lot. First and 20 here. They're going to hand the ball off. Pardo up the middle, gets up to the 35-yard line, picks up 5. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 15.
65 on the stop there. Tim Mann for the Kennedy Rockets. 72 also in there. Darius Morellis.
7:36 to play here in the first quarter. As Medina Valley to the line of scrimmage here on 2nd down and 15. Going to hand the ball up them. Actually, Marsh is going to keep it himself, and he's going to get a gain of about 7 or 8 yards that time as he pushes across the 40 to the 43-yard line, an 8-yard pickup. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 7 here, 3rd and 6 for the Panthers, actually.
Middle linebacker Miguel Santolo on the stop.
Well, 3rd and manageable here for the Panthers after 1st down and 20. They got it down to 3rd and a long 6 yards here. They have not seen the Panthers throw the ball yet in the ball game. They'll come out here in the gun. 3 wide receivers, 2 out to the left here. Split backs of Pardo and Gibson. Marsh takes the snap, hands it to Pardo. With a burst of speed with a 1st down across midfield down to around the 45-yard line. Looks like they'll spot him at the 46.
Maximus Sandoval on the shoestring tackle.
Looked like he picked up about 11 yards and a 1st down there for the Panthers. So Medina Valley doing it on the ground here to start this ball game. On 1st down and 10 from the Kennedy 46-yard line, Medina Valley will come to the line of scrimmage here. 2 wide receivers out left here. Mason Doyen by himself out to the right. Takes the snap. Marsh looking to throw, fires in the flat, complete. Out number 18 on the reception. And he's going to get close to the 1st down marker. That's going to be Braden Haney. And he's going to get about 10 yards here. We'll see if they give him the 1st down, and they do. 1st and 10 Panthers.
Raymond Flores on the stop. Good yards after the catch. Haney turned up the field, running north and south. Got 2 after the catch. Got enough just for the 1st down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line of the Rockets. Medina Valley sending 2 out to the right. Takes the snap, hands it to Gibson up the middle. It's across the 35, up to the 30, making men miss. Across the 20, 15, cuts it back inside to the 10, and he's finally brought down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. A good run by James Gibson.
Cohen Walls on the stop. But the Panthers inside the red zone on the 9.5-yard line.
So first and goal, Medina Valley here. Out of the shotgun. They'll send two wide out left. Doyen by himself out to the right. Ball on the right hash. Takes a snap, hands it to Gibson, coming around the right. Now he cuts it back inside, made a man miss to the 5, pushing his way down. He's going to be brought down around the 2-yard line. Good hard run by Gibson. It'll be second and goal.
William Hall on the stop. That time Gibson just looked like a ping pong ball there, bouncing off of tacklers. Looked like they had him at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage, and he just bounced off 4 tacklers and got down to the 2.
Well, and at one point he actually stopped, and the guy went by in front of him, and he got a few more yards. So second down and goal from the 2. Panthers from the shotgun again. 3 wide receivers, split backs, hands it to Gibson up the middle. Going to push his way to the goal line, and he is in for a Panther touchdown. A 2-yard run for James Gibson. And Medina Valley strike first with 4:09 to go. They lead 6-0 as Sandoval will come on to try to tack on the extra point.
So a good opening drive by the Medina Valley Panthers overcame a 1st and 20 on that possession and ended up throwing just one pass, the rest done on the ground for Medina Valley.
Panthers use the swinging gate, as we've seen them do all season long.
J.J. Marty snaps, Sam Clendenin doing the holding, and Pablo Sandoval doing the kicking.
Takes the snap. Kick is up, and he drills it straight through. So with 4:09 to play in the first quarter, your score, Medina Valley 7, Kennedy nothing. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Sammy's Restaurant and Habeas Alsatian Bakery, 2 legendary landmarks in Castroville. From breakfast to delicious hometown lunch specials and more, Sammy's satisfies your taste buds with the unique flavor of Castroville. And from fresh baked breads to pies and pastries, South Texans have made Habeas Alsatian Bakery a must-to-visit since 1940. Sammy's Restaurant, online at sammysrestaurant.com. Habeas Alsatian Bakery, online at habeasbakery.com. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as it's 7-0 after the 2-yard run by James Gibson. 4:09 to go first quarter, and Sandoval ready to boot it away here to the Rockets.
Early score from Lockhart. Bernie Champion up 7-0 on the Lockhart Lions. Game of interest.
Josh Regosa back deep to receive for the Rockets. Or actually, I'm sorry, Maximus Sandoval back deep to receive, and Sandoval calls fair catch and will field it at the 7-yard line. And so they'll get it 1st and 10.
Pretty good kick because the breeze is, if it's doing anything, it's hurting Medina Valley going from left to right.
Yep.
And that ball carried all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Good job of fair catching because the young man knew they're going to get the ball at the 25.
So 7-0 is the score here as the Panthers leading Kennedy. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line as Martinez will lead his team back out on the field here. Had a drive that got a little something going, but could not finish it off there as it stalled out as the Panther defense stiffened up at their own 40-yard line. They'll come out here in the I formation with 3 wide receivers. They'll send a man in motion, takes the snap, looking to throw, rolling out to the right side, fires on the run, incomplete, in and out of the hands of number 4, Ted Carrillo. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Dawson Grove on the coverage. The ball was thrown a little bit behind Carrillo, but Jared, that's one where you got to help your quarterback out. You've got to catch that ball.
Yeah, no, that's a play that should be made right there. And instead, it's 2nd down and 10. It would have been close to a 1st down. As the Rockets will come to the line here again. Out of the shotgun, 3 wide receivers out left of the formation. 1 out to the right. Panther defensive backs playing right up on the line of scrimmage. Martinez from the gun takes the snap, looking to throw, sets up, fires to the near side here, and that's almost picked off. High throw goes incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Noah Ragosa was the closest player to that, and he was wearing the black and almost brought that one in on the sidelines.
Yeah, he had to jump up high for it. It went through his hands way above his head. Brings up 3rd and 10 here, so Panthers with a chance to try to get that ball back here pretty quick if they can hold Kennedy to a 3-and-out. As Martinez brings that play in from the sideline for Kennedy. Martinez, only a sophomore quarterback for the Rockets. Out of the shotgun here with 4 wide receivers, 3 of them out to the left side. Looking to throw. Sets up under pressure, has to roll out right, gets away, fires on the run, and that's going to be incomplete. He overthrew everybody on the play. Closest man to it looks like number 10 for Kennedy, Nathan Martinez.
Joe Tarvin with a hand in the face of the quarterback there.
And Kennedy has to punt, 3-and-out. They didn't gain a yard there.
Well, and they threw 3 straight passes, and your defense is saying, come on, we were on the field a little bit. Give us a little bit of a break there. But 3 passes, 3-and-out for the Rockets.
Daniel Sanchez ready to punt it away. Bippert standing back, and that's partially blocked by Medina Valley. Picked up by number 44 for the Panthers and taken down at the 28-yard line. That was number 44, Joe Tarvin, coming down with that after it was partially blocked, and the Panthers will get great field position, 1st and 10 at the Kennedy 28-yard line.
I think it was Trace Ferguson coming right up the middle for the Panthers to get a hand on it.
When they almost got to the first one earlier, didn't quite get there. Well, they got to this one.
Well, and I was even going to say on the snap, it looked like it wasn't even snapped good. It was just floating back there.
That's kind of what the first one did. It took a long time to get to him.
Panthers just bull rushed right up the middle, and Ferguson gets a big paw on it. Joe Tarvin, Johnny on the spot, brings it in for the Panthers. Short field.
Panthers with split backs, 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Marsh takes a snap. Going to keep it himself with some room to run. Makes a cut back across the 20 down to the 15. And he's going to get brought down, looks like around the 14-yard line. Picks up about 15 yards and a 1st down for the Panthers.
That was a great job by Charlie Marsh. Pardo sold that handoff to a T as everybody went to Pardo's side. And Marsh just kept it and cut right across the seam up for a good gain inside the 15.
2:57 to go first quarter. 1st and 10 from the Kennedy 14-yard line. Marsh from the gun. They hand it to Gibson. He gets to the outside. Cuts it up across the 10, down to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Medina Valley. A hard run for James Gibson as he run over about 2 or 3 guys there on his way to the end zone. A 14-yard touchdown run, and it's 13-0 Medina Valley.
So the Panthers, after the block punt, 2 plays, Panthers punch it in for 6 more.
And so Sandoval ready to tack on the extra point here. Clendenin doing the holding for Medina Valley. Marty the snap back. Good hold. Kick is up, and Sandoval drills it through. So with 2:44 to play in the first quarter, your new score, Medina Valley 14, Kennedy nothing, and that Panther offense has not thrown a pass yet in the ball game. And they've been able to run all over Kennedy so far.
Well,
they threw 1 pass.
Yep. And it was for 10 yards.
Yep.
To Haney, but
that's right.
Jared, yeah. This is a game where the Panthers just need to take the air completely out of the ball, keep it on the ground. You know, the offensive line is just winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. Kennedy has no answer for it. This is one of those games, Jared, where you just want to take care of business. You want to stay clean. You want to get through this game with everybody healthy, get to the next ball game.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
I'm not saying that it's over, but right now it looks pretty easy for Medina Valley through the first 2 possessions.
Yeah, you're right, Marion. Update on the volleyball in that 4th set. Medina Valley up 2-1. They're leading 19-8 in set number 4 against Southwest, trying to close that game out to set up a big matchup against Harlan on Tuesday night. So Sandoval ready to boot it away. Maximus Sandoval calls fair catch, puts it on the ground, and then he puts his knee down. And he put his knee down. He should be down there now.
He should be, because he called a fair catch and muffed it.
Yep, and that ball is going to be down at the well, he's coming to the sideline, but they should have it around the 7-yard line.
Yeah, because if he called a fair catch and he let it hit the ground and then took a knee, so it's down, as you said, Jared, right at the inside the 10. What a mistake.
Yeah. I mean, he muffed it. He picked that up and tried to do something with it. Instead, he put his knee down, and it's 1st and 10 from it looks like the 7-yard line. So Medina Valley with Kennedy backed up in poor field position. As the Rockets come out in the shotgun here, they'll send 3 wide receivers out to the left. Martinez from the gun takes the snap, hands the ball off right side. Not going to get much. Gets it up to about the 10-yard line, picks up 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 7.
Thrown to the ground by Ferguson for Medina Valley.
So Medina Valley with that 14-0 lead, looking to hold Kennedy here. Their defense looking to keep going the way they have been playing good defense all season. Their defense has played very well. Out of the gun, Martinez, 3 wide out to the left. On 2nd and 7, takes the snap. Looking to run the option right side. Martinez going to keep it himself. Going to be short of the 1st down, but he gets it across the 15-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short here for the Rockets.
Snyder and Weir on the stop for Medina Valley.
So 3rd and 2 upcoming here for the Rockets. Minute 34 to play, first quarter. And the Rockets come out in the I formation with 1 wide receiver out to the left here. On 3rd and 2, they're going to hand it to the fullback up the middle, and he's not going to get it. He gets pushed back. Looks like they'll give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage.
The 2 linebackers just stunted in there, Weir and Snyder, and I think, Jared, he actually might have lost a little bit. I know he didn't gain nothing.
No, he might have lost a yard on the play, if that. Yeah, it looks like he will, and it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to have to punt again. And Medina Valley blocked that last punt. Ended up with the ball at the Kennedy 28-yard line. Bippert standing back at the Kennedy 40 to receive this punt. Punter standing at his own 4. Taking a long time to snap the ball, and they snap it almost over his head. Now he's going to have to run it up to the 10, and he's going to get taken down at the 9-yard line, and that's where Medina Valley's going to take over possession. That snap almost went over the punter's head, went up to grab it, and instead of just trying some kind of rugby-style kick, he decided to pull it down and run. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Panthers from the 9-yard line.
Tyler Mangum on the stop. And, Jared, he would have had time to punt that ball.
Yeah.
And he chose to run. And as big a body as he was, there was no way he was going to get the 1st down.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, do something, either just get it down the field a little bit and give your defense a little something more to work with. But the Panthers come out here, 1st and goal from the 9. Gibson and Pardo, the split backs here out of the shotgun.
They're asking to reset the 25-second clock. Now they did. Now they blow the 25-second clock.
Yeah, and 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. Marsh from the gun. He'll take the snap. Hands the ball. Actually, he's going to keep it himself as he faked it to Gibson, and he got clobbered by 3 Kennedy players. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Raymond Flores, the first one there for the Rockets.
That should end the first quarter of play. I don't think Medina Valley will be snapping the ball again. And that will not. That will end the first quarter of play. And your score after 1 quarter, Medina Valley 14, Kennedy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by and let's talk. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at CastrovilleStateBank.com.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as we go to the second quarter here. Medina Valley leading 14-0. An update from the volleyball. The girls won that fourth set 25-13, so they win the match 3-1, and that sets up a big match against Harlan on Tuesday night, which will be broadcast live here on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network. Dwayne Garza and Jeff Stivers will be there to bring you the action in that ball game. So the Panthers will come to the line of scrimmage here on second down and goal. Ball at the Kennedy 9-yard line. As they flip sides here, Medina Valley moving right to left. Marsh gives it to Gibson up the middle. Made one man miss. He spins down to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4. It'll bring up third and goal from the 5.
Raymond Flores on the stop there for the Kennedy Rockets. Are you in 4-down territory here, Jarrett? Or if they would hold Medina Valley, do you let your kicker kick one?
I think you let the kicker kick the field goal.
I don't think it's going to come down to that, but it could.
Yeah, it could. And the thing is you want him to get some experience kicking field goals, because that might come into make or break your season later on. Out of the shotgun here, Gibson and Pardo, the split backs. 3 wide receivers for the Panthers. Marsh is going to keep it himself, coming to the near side, makes one man miss, still trying to turn the corner, dives inside the 5. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Amadeus Jimenez on the stop, and that was a busted play in the backfield.
Yeah, and he gets to the 3-yard line, so it'll be fourth and goal from the 3.
This would be just like an extra point here, distance-wise, if you wanted to attempt a field goal, which I think they should, but they're not going to.
You know, it looks like they're going to go for it here as Garrison Garza brings a play in from the sideline. Pardo, Gibson, the split backs. 3 wide receivers here for the Panthers. Ball on the left hash. Takes the snap, hands it Gibson up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown.
Flag down.
Yep, there is a flag at the goal line on the far side of the field. That could be an offside against Kennedy. We'll see what they call. If the play would stand, it would be the 3rd touchdown of the game for James Gibson. So we wait for the call from the referee. It is offside against Kennedy, so the Panthers will decline that, and the touchdown is good. So on 4th down and 3, Gibson with a 3-yard touchdown run to make it 20-0. And an extra point by Sandoval could make it 21 here. Marty to snap it. Clendenin to... And they're going to snap this and throw for a 2-point conversion. It's caught by Doyen, incomplete, though, out of the back of the end zone. That ball was thrown by Clendenin. They snapped it out of the swinging gate. And the offensive line was all the way to the left. They snapped that, tried to throw it to Doyen.
He had single coverage. The throw was there. It just carried Doyen. He just could not get his feet in bounds. Hit him right on stride, Jared. A good pass by McLennan. And Doyen brought it in, but just could not get his feet in.
Yeah, and 20-0's your score now with 11:04 to go here in the second quarter.
May as well show other teams coming up what, we still have it in the arsenal. I really don't agree on it. You take the extra point, but you're showing them something, a new wrinkle that they got to try to defend.
Well, and the thing is, I think if you're going to use that, you don't show anybody that you're going to do that until you need it.
Well.
you know. But 11:04 to go here in the second quarter, and Sandoval ready to kick it away here. Medina Valley with a 20-0 lead here against the Kennedy Rockets. And it looks like number 2, Gregory San Miguel, back deep to receive, along with number 7, Maximus Sandoval. Sandoval's been getting the brunt of the work for the Rockets, and here is an end-over-end kick that will be fielded by San Miguel at about the 8-yard line. Starts up to the 15, trying to go the far side of the field up to the 20, and he's brought down right around the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rockets.
Sullivan on the stop for Medina Valley, along with Logan Gill. Peyton Salzman and Gill on the stop. 85 and 20. Good coverage downfield.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stopped him inside the 20.
What a good high end-over-end kick by Sandoval, giving his team time to get down there and cover that kickoff. So Kennedy moving left to right now. Martinez out of the shotgun. He has 4 wide receivers. They'll send a man in motion from right to left. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle, and he's going to get a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. Looks like it'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Weir and Snyder on the stop, and it looked like there was a hole there, but the 2 linebackers closed it pretty quick for the Panthers. They gave him about a yard and a half.
10:40 to go first half. Martinez, and the quarterback Martinez is the one. He's going off the field every time to get the play for the Rockets and bring it back onto the field. Out of the shotgun here. 4 wide receivers. Sophomore quarterback for the Rockets on 2nd down and 8. Takes the snap, hands the ball off left side. Number 4 with it, turns it up the field across the 15, or across the 25 rather. Gets it up to about the 29-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and a yard. As that was Ted Carrillo on the carry.
J.J. Marty on the stop for Medina Valley.
3rd down and a yard to go with 9:54 to go here in the second quarter as Martinez brings the play in again for the Rockets here. They have not gotten a first down on their last 2 possessions. Out of the I formation, 1 wide receiver out to the right of their formation. Martinez under center, takes the snap, hands the ball off, and he is going to get covered up in the backfield for a loss of a yard. Panther defense comes up big again. It's going to bring up 4th down and 2.
Joe Tarvin and Brent Ferguson on the stop for Medina Valley. Actually, he's going to lose.
He lost a yard.
A yard on that.
And on 4th down, they're going to have to punt it away here. Last snap almost went over his head. They have 1 blocked, and it looks like they're going to – they had a couple up men here, but they do punt it away. A line drive kick that takes a good bounce for the Rockets and will get down at the Panther 20 – looks like the 23-yard line. And so they turn the field position there. That's the best punt they've had all evening.
It was the best punt, but it didn't get but 5 feet off the
ground.
No,
it almost kicked it straight into his lineman.
Almost got one of his linemen in the back.
Some updates from around the district. Alamo Heights leading Memorial 28-0 in the second quarter. Tivy leading Uvalde 28-0 in the second quarter. And with 10:52 to go, second quarter, Champion and Lockhart tied at 7. And so the Panthers will come out on offense here with 8:40 to go here in the first half. Marsh out of the shotgun here. 2 wide out left with split backs. Takes a snap, hands it to Pardo, trying to get to the outside around the right, and he's going to get hit and brought down. A gain of maybe 2 yards on the play. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Maximus Sandoval on the stop there for the Rockets.
And that's one of the things that Kennedy has to contend with, too, is they have a lot of players playing both sides of the ball here. Also, they have a few of them playing offense and defense just because they just don't have a large roster.
They don't have the numbers.
2nd down and 8 here for Medina Valley. Marsh out of the shotgun. Split backs again. Takes the snap. Hands it to, actually he's going to throw it downfield to Doyen, and he overshot him. If he hits Doyen, he might have a touchdown. Just overthrew everybody that time. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Doyen 3 steps behind the defensive back. And if that ball has a little bit of air under it, Doyen catches out and in stride, and he takes it to the house.
3rd down, 8 to go. As they come with split backs again, the Panthers have stayed with this formation pretty much all ball game so far. Takes that snap. Marsh going to keep it himself, cuts it upfield. He's going to have a first down and more. Up across the 40, 45 to midfield, inside the 45 of Kennedy, and he's brought down, looks like around the 41-yard line. A big pickup there for Marsh and a first down.
Cohen Walls running Marsh down, but a big gain on third down.
Yep.
Panthers keep the chains moving inside the red territory across midfield for the Panthers.
Yep, 34-yard pickup by Marsh that time. It's 1st and 10 Medina Valley from the 42-yard line of the Rockets. Well, now they moved him out at the 41. They had the down marker on the other side, a yard off. Out of the gun here, the split backs again for the Panthers. This time they are going to roll out. Marsh going to throw it incomplete. Tried to get it out in the flat to Wesley Pardo, and he underthrew him. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Pardo tried to get it off the shoe tops, but just could not reel it in. And he had to slow up on that play. Even if he would have caught it, there was a guy right on top of him. Ball needed to be thrown a little bit higher and a little bit more to the outside where he could have caught it on stride and turned up the field.
2nd down and 10 from the 41. Shotgun again with split backs here for Marsh. Gibson and Pardo, the two backs, takes the snap, gives it to Gibson up the middle, makes one man miss, lowers his shoulder, and he's going to pick up 8 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Amadeus Jimenez on the stop for the Rockets.
That was a good burst up the middle by Gibson. Didn't get touched till he was about 6 yards up the field.
And made the defensive back pay for that tackle.
Yeah.
Lowered his shoulder.
3rd down, 2 to go. Panthers with the split backfield again. Marsh in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Gibson up the middle. 1st down and a little bit more. Lowers his shoulder. Gets it down to the 25-yard line. Looks like they'll spot him at the 26. 1st down for the Panthers.
Sandoval again on the stop for the Rockets.
And another update from that Lockhart game. Lockhart now leading Bernie Champion 14-7 with 10:05 to go in the second quarter. 6:07 to play here in the first half. Medina Valley leading Kennedy 20-0. On 1st down, Marsh to throw. Fires it toward the end zone. Touchdown, Medina Valley. Number 17, Mason Vogel on the reception. A 26-yard pass and catch from Marsh to Vogel, and it's 26-0. And we'll see here. You think the Panthers go for it to try to get it back to 28, or do you think they kick the extra point here?
I think they kick the extra point. Just a little skinny post there by Vogel. Marsh put air under it. Walls was on the coverage, and Vogel just outran him to the football. Easy throw, easy catch, 6 points.
And so Sandoval ready to try to tack on the extra point. Clendenin the holder, Marty the snapper. Kick is up, and Sandoval boots it through. So with 5:55 to go in the first half, your new score, Medina Valley 27, Kennedy nothing. And so Medina Valley, you know, they're rolling here now, the pass and catch from Marsh. And one of the things that I was going to say earlier is, you know, some of the passes we'd seen from Marsh, has all day to throw the football, but he kind of looked like he was not setting his feet. He was throwing on the run. He overthrew a couple of guys. He underthrew a pass. That time, dropped straight back, got his feet set, and he hit Vogel in the end zone for the touchdown.
Beautiful throw, a good catch, a good route running, little skinny post there by Vogel. Just outran Walls to the ball for the touchdown.
And so Sandoval ready to boot it away. This will be his 5th kickoff tonight so far.
Panthers are perfect on their possessions so far. 4 possessions, 4 scores.
Yep. And Sandoval ready to boot it away. Maximus Sandoval back deep to receive, along with San Miguel for the Rockets. And Sandoval's kick is a line drive boot that'll be fair caught at the 2-yard line, so they'll get it at the 25. 1st and 10 with 5:55 to go in the first half.
2 of those possessions, Jared, Medina Valley, that last possession overcame a 3rd and 8 and on the possession prior to that overcame a 1st and 20.
Yep, you're right. And on 4th and 3 also they punched it into the end zone. So, the Panthers have been moving the ball. One of the things, though, is special teams came up big with a blocked punt, and then they came up big again when the next punt was almost snapped over the punter's head. He had to pull it down. Medina Valley had 2 drives that started at the Kennedy 28 and at the Kennedy 9-yard line. So credit the special teams with coming up with a couple of big plays. Rockets out of the I formation here to start things. Martinez under center. 3 wide receivers in all. They'll send Carrillo in motion. Looking to throw. Rolling out. Sets his feet. Throws against his body. And he overthrew Carrillo, who was his intended receiver, who was wide open over near the sticks, and he just overthrew him.
Yeah, that was busted coverage for the Panthers. Number 4 was roaming free out in the secondary. And if it wouldn't have been for the pressure on the quarterback, he may have threw that one, but he was rolling opposite direction against the body and tried to make the throw and just didn't work.
So but 2nd down and 10.
That was a case there where their quarterback didn't get his feet set.
Yep.
And just an errant pass.
2nd down, 10 to go here. Out of the shotgun. 3 wide out right for the Rockets. 1 to the left side. Takes the snap, running option left. Martinez keeps it, and he's not going anywhere. Looks like they're going to give him no gain. Back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Hecker and Tarvin on the stop for Medina Valley.
Good job there. Really gave him no room to run, and if he would have pitched it, there was somebody right there to stop that too. Martinez really didn't have an option to do anything but keep the football.
Well, just looking at the program here, Aaron Martinez isn't even listed as a quarterback. He's listed as a wide receiver and a defensive back.
Yeah, no, I double-taked at the roster when I saw that, thinking, well, is that right? And sure enough, it was. So 5:06 to go. Here's 3rd down and 10. Martinez looking to throw, fires, and that's going to be picked off by Bippert, and he's going to get, and it looks like he stepped out of bounds.
Are they going to give him the interception?
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call interference. There is a flag down back around the 15-yard line.
That could be a holding penalty.
Yeah, I thought Bipper was going to get called for interference because it looked like he kind of ran over the receiver to pick that off. But we'll see what the call is here.
He definitely brought the ball in, but it was on Medina Valley's sideline, so I'm not sure if he...
In a personal foul against the Panthers. And that'll be a 1st down for the Rockets.
Roughing the passer.
And so that'll keep that drive alive. What would have been an interception for Bippert and a Panther 1st down ends up being a 1st down for the Rockets, and they'll move this ball up to the Kennedy 40-yard line.
And I got to be honest with you, Jared, I took my eye off of the throw in the backfield afterwards and was watching downfield, so I don't really know which Panther got called for that penalty.
Yeah, I don't either because I was watching the play. It was right in front of us here with Bippert, and that's why I was looking at that after Martinez let that ball go. So 1st and 10 for the Rockets. 4:46 to go, 1st half. 3 wide out to the right. Martinez from the gun. He'll take the snap. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle this time. That's number 21 on the carry, Daniel Sanchez. Picks up about 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Grant Snyder first there for Medina Valley, and then finished off by number 21, Taylor Weir.
So 2nd down, 7 upcoming here. So Martinez gets that play in from the sideline, and the Rockets come to the line of scrimmage. Out of the I, offset I formation this time. 1 wide receiver out wide to the right. Martinez takes the snap, pitches it to the left side, tries to cut it back inside. He's going to get no gain on the play. That was number 10, Nathan Martinez, on the carry. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Snyder and Ferguson on the stop for Medina Valley, along with Zach Hecker.
You know, we saw Kennedy run the ball a couple of times for some decent gains on the first possession of the ball game. Since then, that Panther defense has stiffened up and not let them get outside. Those defensive ends and those two linebackers for the Panthers have done an excellent job containing the play.
Been very active.
3:24 to go, first half. 3rd down and 7 for the Rockets out of the I formation. They'll send Carrillo in motion. Takes the snap, fumbles the snap, picked up by the tailback. Starts upfield, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Looks like he's going to lose 2 yards. It'll bring up 4th down and 9. Just a busted play that time as Martinez fumbled the snap. Fortunately for Kennedy, the tailback picked up the ball, lost 2 yards, but it's 4th down.
Zach Hecker and Taylor Weir on the stop, and Medina Valley's going to call a timeout, Jared, with 3:01 left to go. Should get decent field position as the ball sits on the 40. Panthers trying to add on another score here right before half.
Yeah, and this timeout brought to you by Garner Abstract and Design. And Medina Valley looking to get that ball back here before the half ends. They have 3 timeouts, or they'll have 2 timeouts remaining now after taking this timeout.
And if you wanted to write a script of how you wanted this game to go for the Panthers in the first half, this would have been the perfect script to write. And we mentioned before the games with the wind and everything how we thought the special teams were going to come into play. And, Jared, they have come into play big time in favor of Medina Valley.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The Panthers have gotten great field position a couple of times here. And the other times they had to move the ball down the field 70 or so yards. They managed to do that as well. Sanchez ready to punt it away. Bippert standing back around his own 32-yard line. This is a good snap. Almost got blocked again, but they get the kick away. It will take a Kennedy bounce and roll dead inside the 30th, 28-yard line. That's where the Panthers will take over.
Ferguson almost got another big paw on that as he's going to Coach Mo and saying, I had it, and it went right through my hands. But he was right there again.
2:48 to go here in the first half, and that's where Panthers will have the ball from their own 28-yard line, and they'll have 2:48 and 2 timeouts to try to move this ball downfield. Out of the shotgun here, 3 wide receivers and split backs for the Panthers. They've been in this formation all night. Hands the ball, Gibson right up the gut. Gets met at the 30. Still trying to push his way forward for yards before he's brought down. Looks like he got about 4 yards on the play.
Jose Martinez on the stop.
2nd down and 6 upcoming here for the Panthers. That clock rolls, 2:25 and counting to go. Panthers have stayed in this formation all night with split backs and 3 wide. Hands the ball to Gibson again, looking for some running room. That time it looked like he tripped over one of his own guys. Got 1 yard maybe on the play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
45, Fernando Sandoval is going to get credit for that tackle. But Gibson was trying to shift directions, and I think he actually stepped on one of the linemen's foot that actually tripped him up. But it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Split backs again here. 1:50 to go here in the first half. Takes the snap, hands the ball. Pardo coming near side, looking to have some running room. Gets to the 40. Ball's loose on the ground, picked up by Kennedy, but they're going to say he was down, and that is a blessing because that is a 1st down for the Panthers. And Pardo was very close to on that. He got hit pretty good. Ball came out, but they said he was down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers from their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, Christian Salazar with a good hit on Pardo. Took his legs out low, but Wesley's up. Pardo's up. He's okay.
1:35 to go here in the first half. Garza brings a play in from the sideline. Panthers will come out in the shotgun here. 1:20 and counting. 2 timeouts remaining for the Panthers. Takes a snap. Marsh to throw. Fires over the middle. Doyen has him on the run at the 30. Still on his feet, pulling defenders down to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Good pass and catch from Marsh to Doyen. 1st down, Medina Valley.
Get him right in stride. Sandoval with a saving touchdown tackle but not before Doyen gets it all the way down to the 15.
44-yard pass and catch that time from Marsh to Doyen. 1st and 10, Panthers at the 15. Minute 4 and counting to go here. This time they'll spread it out with 4 wide. Gibson is the lone back for the Panthers. Marsh from the gun to throw. Sets up, fires to the end zone. Doyen goes up, makes the catch, but out of bounds. And it'll go incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Nathan Martinez had the coverage there for the Rockets.
Clock stops at 50 seconds. 2nd down and 10. Panthers back to that split back formation with 3 wide. They're going to hand the ball to Gibson on a sweep to the right. Now he cuts it up the field, gets up to the 10-yard line, dragging some defenders, gets brought down around the 9. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4.
Flores on the stop for the Rockets.
Now a timeout taken by the Panthers, so they'll have 1 remaining. Timeout brought to you by Garner Abstract and Design, and the Panthers with 3rd and 4 upcoming here with 33 seconds to go. Panthers got what they wanted. They got the ball with 2 timeouts and over 2 minutes on the clock. They've gotten it down here to the 9-yard line. Still a timeout left, 33 seconds, but they can still pick up a 1st down here.
Well, with that timeout left, Jared, you can run any play you want. You can even, run one up the middle. The clock will stay running. You do have the benefit of that other timeout. You can still set up for a field goal if you don't get into the end zone. And this might be the last possession you see of the first team offense out there.
Yeah, you might be right. You might see him for a series in the 3rd quarter and see what happens. But yeah, I'm with Maury on that. I don't think you're going to see him long in the 2nd half. Out of the gun here on 3rd down and 5. Hands the ball to Pardo. No, he's going to throw it to Doyen, and he goes up, makes the catch, touchdown, Medina Valley. No, they say incomplete. I thought he
pulled a Calvin Johnson right there, reaching over the receiver and bringing it back in. He must have lost the ball when he went to the ground because he definitely had it.
No, he did because he didn't come out of the corner with the football because he had both hands and both feet in bounds. But like you said, didn't come down with the football. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 4 yards here for the Panthers, and they're going to try a field goal. It's a 26-yard attempt.
So Morty with the snap, Clendenin with the hold.
Ball is spotted right in the center of the field, right between the hash marks. Wind blowing a little from his right to left. Good snap. The kick is up. It is a line drive kick, but he drills it. So with 24 seconds to go in the 1st half, your new score, Medina Valley 30, Kennedy nothing. Good kick by Sandoval, and the Panthers go up 30-0 here in the 1st half.
Great job of the hurry-up offense there by Medina Valley right before half, adding another score on the board. So the Panthers, Jared, scored on every possession they had the ball in that 1st half.
Yeah, and Maury, we talked before the game about finishing off drives, and there's the way of it right there. 5 possessions, you got points out of all 5 possessions right there. You put up 30 points in the 1st half. Your defense has played very well. Your special teams has played very well. And now all you have to do here is keep them from returning one here, get into that locker room with a 30-0 lead, and you're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half where you can just eat some clock down. So Sandoval ready to boot it away. Gregory San Miguel, Maximus Sandoval back deep to receive for the Rockets. With 24 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. As Pablo Sandoval puts his right leg into it, a line drive kick that is going to go out of bounds at about the 1-yard line.
So they should get that on the 30.
With 24 seconds to go.
And that's not a bad thing.
No.
Didn't enable them to run the ball back. Your defense has done a good job.
Well, the main thing here, if you're Medina Valley, I don't know if Kennedy, they might just lay on the ball here and try to get to the halftime. They might try to throw one downfield here. The main thing is to just keep everything in front of you, whatever they try to do.
Right.
Out of the shotgun here, they'll send 4 wide receivers. Martinez from the gun. Takes the snap. Play action, looking to throw. Throws over the middle, and that ball was tipped right in front of the receiver. It falls incomplete with 19 seconds to go. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Gutierrez for the Panthers with a good jump on that as he cut right in front of the receiver. And we challenged those 3 Wednesday night and said we want to see a pick 6. That was pretty close to one right there.
Yep, it sure was. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Martinez brings a play in from the sideline. 19 seconds to go here in the half. Martinez from the gun. 4 wide receivers here for the Rockets. Takes the snap, drops straight back, fires it, almost picked off again. That was
Gutierrez again.
Gutierrez again. He went right through his hands. He jumped that route. And he even looked at his hands, saying, I can't believe it, I had another one. But it'll bring up 3rd and 10 with 13 seconds to go.
He looked at his hands and he said, can you believe it? I eat with these things?
Saying this is why he's on defense.
But again, broke good on the ball, reading the quarterback the whole way. And Devin Stubing's kind of joking around with him down there now too.
13 seconds to go. 3rd down and 10 to go. They'll send 3 wide out left, 1 to the right side this time. Out of the gun this time, they're just going to hand the ball off. Number 21, and he's going to get covered up after a gain of 3 yards, but that will bring us to the half. And so your score at halftime, a good half for the Panthers. They lead Kennedy 30-0 here at homecoming. As the Panthers will go into the locker room, they'll get the ball first to start the second half. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we will come back with the halftime show. You are listening to Panther football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we will continue here in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm agent Hazel Russell and her team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell at 830-931-3441 today. Or stop by her office at 1103 Highway 90 West in Castroville. Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home in Castroville, Texas, has been providing funeral services to families in the Medina Valley and surrounding areas for many generations. Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home is proud to support the broadcast by the Medina Valley Broadcast Network for the athletes and students participating in this event. Go Panthers! Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home, Castroville, Texas. You may view obituaries at Tandre, Tondre-Gwynn, Guinn.com, or visit the Facebook page of Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home to view funeral notices.
Truck Month is back at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealership, where you'll get upfront posted pricing with no surprise dealer add-ons. Like on the 2020 Colorado Crew Cab V6, posted at $25,995, plus 3.63% financing for 75 months. Or the all-new 2020 Silverado Texas Edition, posted at only $29,999, or lease for just $330 a month with 0 down. Plus, get a no-charge spray and bed liner and window tint. With deals like these, it's easy to see why more people are buying from North Park Chevrolet than ever before. Find new roads and experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, a proud member of the K-Leg Auto Group, and a J.D. Power 2019 Dealer of Excellence for the customer sales experience. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Highest rated dealer based on sales volume and customer satisfaction. Call 210-640-3184 for full price details. For J.D. Power 2019 DOE information, visit jdpower.com/DOE.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium. We are at halftime here in the halftime show brought to you by Community National Bank. And Medina Valley leading 30-0 at halftime. And I'll go ahead. I want to give everybody some scores from around the district before we talk about the ball game here. There's some lopsided scores around the district and then one that's not so. As we all know, Medina Valley leading here 30-0. Alamo Heights leading Memorial 35-0 at halftime. Kerrville Tivy leading Uvalde 35-0 at halftime. And then a score that I don't think has been updated in a while. It shows there's 7:14 left in the second quarter. Champion and Lockhart tied at 14.
What about the big game in San Antonio tonight? The O'Connor Panthers against the Brandeis Broncos. That is a sellout. That game was sold out already Monday when the tickets went on sale.
I'll find that in just a second. Some scores from around the area. DeHennis leading Charlotte at halftime 6-0.
Oh, good.
Sabinal trailing Junction 20-0 in the third quarter. Let's see here. We'll get down.
How about
to some
Hondo and Divine are tonight?
Yeah, Natalia leading Stockdale 14-7 at halftime. Judson leading New Braunfels 33-14 in the second quarter.
There's another good game tonight too, isn't there?
There we go.
Bandera Bulldogs are playing.
There we go. Brandeis 21, O'Connor 7 at the half. Let's see what else we got around the area here. Lavernia losing to Beeville Jones 28-14 in the second quarter. Hondo trailing Divine 28-7 at halftime. Lytle trailing Randolph 42-0 at the half.
Ouch.
And there's some games tomorrow. Madison Reagan, Stevens Clark, Warren and Jay, and Churchill and Lee. So some decent games tomorrow.
I just saw one of the top games in the area was Bandera, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure who they were. They were playing Cuero, I believe.
Oh, 14-7 over Cuero last we saw on that.
Bandera was up, right?
Yes.
Oh, right.
I believe so. There's a surprising one right there. Brackett leading Mason 14-7 at halftime. Mason, one of the top teams in the state
they
every year.
They always are, yes.
I remember I called a couple of games against them when DeHennis played them in the playoffs. They come out, they have more. I swear to you, Maury, my dad was there too. We played them in Fredericksburg. DeHennis did 2 times. And when they come out on the field for a 1A school, they lined up completely from 10 to 10-yard line with players. They had that many players on their football team all the time, and they're one of the few 1As that could have fielded a complete JV team. But, yeah, and they always had a big turnout.
Cowpunchers, huh?
Yeah. But back to the game here going on. Medina Valley leading Kennedy 30-0 at halftime. Medina Valley had 5 possessions in that half. They scored on all 5 possessions. They put in 4 touchdowns. 3 of those were James Gibson runs. 1 was a pass from Charlie Marsh
to Mason
Vogel. And then the last one was a 26-yard field goal by Pablo Sandoval that he drilled through the uprights there at the end. Our keys to the game beforehand were Medina Valley needed to not turn the ball over. They haven't done that. They needed to play a clean game. They've had a couple of penalties go against them, one that kept the Kennedy drive going, but their defense has played very well. The other thing was finish off drives, and they have done that in this ball game. And I think that Medina Valley is going to get the ball to start the second half. I expect to see their starters out there for a drive. Maybe see what happens if they score. I would imagine you're not going to see the starters for the rest of the ball game.
Well, and we talked about it in pregame, how we talked about you need to win the special teams battle because the last few games, the special teams have been a bugaboo of Medina Valley. We had three members out of the 4 at Sports for Supper for Sammy's that are integral parts of the special teams, and we've mentioned their names quite a bit.
Yep.
And the special teams, we're winning that battle really great.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Maury, especially when you look at Medina Valley hasn't had a kickoff return yet in the ball game. They kicked off to start the ball game. But Sandoval's kicks have been either fair caught. One of them he muffed and then put his knee down, just kind of a bonehead, I forgot what I was doing play. The other one he kicked out of bounds, which didn't hurt the Panthers, but then the punting. for Kennedy. Medina Valley blocked one punt. The other one was a snap that almost went over the punter's head. They ended up tackling him at the 9-yard line. They got a couple of decent punts off. Ferguson almost blocked another punt before the end of that half. So the punt defense for the Panthers has been very good in this game, and they gave their offense a short field twice, once from the 28-yard line, once from the 9.
So, Panthers, if you'd had to write the script, this would have been what you would have written up in the first half against the Rockets. You just need to come out of this game clean in the second half, avoid the injury bug, and finish it off and get ready for next week.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, Maury. And like we talked about, it is homecoming here, so it'll be a long halftime. And we'll get you the names of the king and queen and all that whenever that happens as the Kennedy Band plays now. Then we'll have the homecoming festivities. The Medina Valley Band will play after the ball game tonight. So if you're in the crowd listening, stick around for that as the band will continue to play. They went and I think got first place or all number ones down at the Drums Along the Medina, which is in Southwest every year. A big band competition. They got number one sweepstakes at that and won that. So I don't know if this is a state year for the Panther Band. The way that works, they alternate every other year. You can go to the state competition. I don't know if this is a state year for them or not. But when you're getting number one ratings at your band competitions before your area and all that kind of stuff, you're doing pretty good.
Absolutely.
So Kennedy Band finishing up here, and then we'll have the homecoming festivities. As I mentioned earlier, halftime show brought to you by Community National Bank. And we're going to go ahead and take a break, and then I'm going to let Jeff come on here and give you some stats from the first half. You are listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we will continue in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
Garner Abstract and Land Company, the title company with professional service and a personal touch. Garner services real estate transactions, buying, selling, and construction loans for commercial and residential. They specialize in land development and farm and ranch. Garner, offering a commitment to professionalism, confidentiality, and personal service combined with the latest technology. Garner Abstract and Land Company will work to earn your trust. Garner Abstract and Land Company, 830-346-1367.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Medina Valley Panther football game, homecoming tonight. I'm Jeff Stivers, and I'm here with the halftime show. Going to give you some statistics. Let's see. The halftime show is brought to you by Community National Bank, so thank our sponsors over there at Community National Bank. But for the first half, Maury, our stats looked like this. Our leading rusher was Gibson with 85 yards. Pardo had 54 yards, and Charlie Marsh had 59 yards. So pretty balanced attack on the rushing side. Passing, Marsh was 3 of 7 for 80 yards, and of course he had the 44-yard touchdown, or the 44-yard pass to Doyne there late, and that was the majority of that. He did have a touchdown, 26-yard touchdown pass to Mason Vogel, and his other completion was to number 18, Haney. So
that one was for 10 yards.
There you go. There's your stats. That's your stats of the day, brought to you by Community National Bank. And Maury, how about keys to the how about keys for the first half? Let's talk about what went on in the first half, and I know y'all have covered some of this already in the halftime show. But one thing I noticed was you're going to be able to run the ball, you're going to be able to throw the ball. You kind of, in a game like this is where you start working on perfecting, and Coach Chris talked about that the other night. You got to work on your bread and butter and work at getting better. And against Champion 2 weeks ago, what did we see a lot of? The two-back, the double barrel, shotgun two-back offense. And Maury, that's all we have seen tonight. So going forward, it looks like Medina Valley is trying to really get better at running the ball. One thing I did notice in the first half was Gibson starting to run a little side to side instead of north and south, and he needs to break that habit real quick because the better teams, the quicker teams aren't going to allow him to dance like that. So he's got to work on getting, and you're probably going to see him for one drive in the second half. We get the ball to start the second half. So my key to the second half is, number one, stay healthy. Number two, get your younger guys, your least experienced guys, get them in there early and get them some good quality experience. And number three, defensively, just, same thing. Stay healthy. Keep playing good defense. Here's a stat for you, Maury. Stat of the day. After the first drive, you know how many first downs Kennedy had?
One
first down. Do you know when they got that first
penalty?
Down? On a penalty. So let's cut out the penalties. Let's keep Kennedy from getting the easy first down like that. And let's show the dominance, and I won't. I'm going to go out on a limb here right now, and I'm going to say Medina Valley probably right now to this point, 2.5 games into the district campaign, they may have the best defense in the district right now.
It looks like it.
Yeah, and your offense will come along, and it's going to keep getting better. But as long as your defense can keep getting better and doing some different things and working on a few things, I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, at least in this game and moving forward to Uvalde. And right now, last I heard, Uvalde was getting one put on them, 35-0 by Kerrville Tivy, and I don't see any reason why next week we can't go into the Honey Bowl and do the same kind of thing.
Because you're going to the Honey Bowl and strange things happen there. And a lot of times, instead of playing 11 players, you're playing 16.
No, I understand that, but, if you come out and you hit them in the mouth early and you get ahead early on them, you can always negate that as well.
The one penalty, the one first down you talked about after the first possession was a roughing the passer, and that nullified an interception that Tanner Bippert would have had. So that would have been another short field for Medina Valley to work with, but the penalty nullified the interception. But you go back again. The defense has done everything you've asked it to do. The offense is looking good. You just, like you said, you just got to sharpen things up, eliminate the little simple things, and I don't think we've had a false start so far in the first half, and that's the first game all year that we haven't had a false start.
Well, I'm gonna, yeah, you're right, but we actually did have a false start. The opening kickoff.
Well, that was a delay of game.
No, it was actually a false start because the players went past the ball. So it's a false start before the 25 seconds. Then everybody was looking at each other like they didn't know what was going on, and they finally signaled one signaled delay, the other one signaled a false start, but the referee didn't know what was going because he's at the other end of the field. But that was actually a false start. But you're right, though. But as we are on offense, we have not had a false start. So that's a good thing. And actually, our penalties are kind of down right now. But we've seen this before where we've done really well in the first half, and the second half we come out and get sloppy. So let's come out in the second half and let's kind of perfect what we're doing and kind of get after these guys. So with that being said, you think we need to take a little pause for the cause?
Absolutely. Patronize them sponsors, because without them, this broadcast is not possible.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a little break. This is the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley football. We'll be right back.
Let's get social. Like Medina Valley Broadcast Network on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at MVBroadnet and visit the official website at mvbn.net. Get the latest and join the conversation about all things Medina Valley sports. Come on, let's talk.
Here at Medina Valley Broadcast Network, we love all sports. We currently broadcast football, volleyball, basketball, softball, and baseball. We not only serve Medina Valley, we also can broadcast other schools in the area in multiple sports. If your business is interested in having us broadcast a single game or a season, and you want to be part of the action, contact Jeff Stivers at 830-931-4504 or email him at jeff@mvbn.net.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
Nothing but the best sports coverage for Medina Valley.
It really grows on you, doesn't it?
This is the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium at halftime as they're going through all the homecoming festivities for the evening.
Jared, Jeff went over the stats in the first half. Pretty even. 80-something for Gibson, 50-something for Charlie Marsh, and 50-something for Pardo. 3 scoring touchdowns by Gibson, 1 by Mason Vogel, and then a 26-yard field goal by Sandoval. And Panthers perfect in all 5 of their possessions. What's your key to the second half, Jared?
Big key to the second half, I think, is that the first possession Medina Valley gets, I think they need to go down and put some points on the board and kind of break Kennedy's back here and give them no chance to come back in the football game. And I think after that, the big key is going to be get your starters out of the ball game, get to the game against Uvalde healthy. I think those are the 2 big keys to the ball game right there, is finish that first drive and then get your starters out of there so they're healthy going into Uvalde next week.
And we talked about taking the air out of the ball, keeping the ball on the ground, and the main thing, as you mentioned, that Jeff said, is need to stay clean, need to keep discipline on the offensive side, because we have not had a false start penalty against Medina Valley, and we've seen that before, but we've seen a little explosion in the second half where we've kind of lost composure. Need to keep composure. Need to keep a good, clean game. Need to come out of this game healthy and get ready for next week. You need to get your younger guys in there now in the second half. Get them some good varsity experience, some quality experience in these district ball games.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Maury. As they keep on announcing the homecoming court here. Looks like there's 7, actually 8.
No, these here, I was just informed, are the freshman, sophomore, and junior, the 3 on the end over here.
Okay. And they're like in their own division now?
Well, no, they have a Duchess in each class.
Oh, okay.
Before. And they started that a few years ago.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't remember that being a thing.
If we wouldn't have Jeff's lovely daughter up here, we wouldn't have known that. I was trying to figure out who it was, and she said, no, there's one from every class.
Oh, I got you.
So,
well, what we're going to do here, I'm going to take a break real quick while they finish this so that we can hear the names and everybody that's going to get announced, and then we can tell everyone who the homecoming king and queen is and all of that when we come back here in just a moment. They have one more couple to introduce on the field, and we'll let them do that, and then we'll take a break as soon as that's done. There's still about 6:44 to go here for the halftime. Usually homecoming a little longer halftime than normal. You can take up to 28 minutes. Usually they take about 24. Tonight they took the full 28. but a couple of football players out there for Medina Valley. Charlie Marsh is one of the players on the court, along with also number 25 for the Panthers. That's Aaron Ledesma. And we will take a break here real quick, and then we will come back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue here in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925, with one simple goal: to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Double T Outfitters offers deer, dove, turkey, quail, and exotic hunts in Southwest Texas on over 20,000 low-fenced acres. They facilitate professional guide services, lodging, and fantastic meals while providing the best in Southwest hunting. Contact Double T Outfitters to find out details about their current package hunts. Contact owner Brett Ferguson at 210-413-1597 or online at doublethunting.com. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Back here at Panther Stadium as the Prince and Princess were introduced. Prince was Charlie Marsh, your quarterback for the Panthers, and then Noah Pardo was the Princess. Mallory James is your homecoming queen. And Ethan Rodriguez is the homecoming king for 2019. Congratulations to those young men and women. And so the homecoming festivities have concluded as the king and queen have been crowned, along with the prince and princess. And Medina Valley has come out of the locker room, getting ready for the second half, kind of getting their warm-up in. Here we still got about 3 minutes and 7 seconds to go here
and Jared,
before the half ends.
Just looking down there at the homecoming court, every one of those young ladies are beautiful young ladies, and each one of them deserve to be homecoming queen. And congratulations to the girls and the guys for homecoming king, homecoming queen, prince and princess, and ready for some football now.
Yeah, absolutely. Ready for this second half here to get going. Medina Valley with that 30-0 lead at halftime. And Kennedy has emerged out of the locker room.
Did you get an update on
I'm going to look right now and see if they've updated that game. And it is updated at halftime. 14-14 is the score. Lockhart and Champion at the half. So a very close ball game right there. And Lockhart trying to stay undefeated in district. Them and Kerrville-Tybee are the only two teams without a loss in district play.
Are you surprised by the score? I'm surprised.
Yes and no.
But not because it's tied. I thought there would be more scoring.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that Champion isn't ahead of them by a couple of scores. Honestly, I kind of thought that Champion would handle Lockhart a little better than that.
Well, we escaped last year down there by blocking an extra point and running it back for 2 points, and that was the margin of victory. So,
well, the thing is here, and if you look at the game Medina Valley played them, if the Panthers put that score in that they fumbled and Lockhart ran it back, they're up by a few scores in that ball game, and the complexion that could have been completely opposite of what it was. I just thought that one play for Lockhart gave them the momentum and just sucked the air out of Medina Valley. I didn't think Lockhart was that good of a team to be able to, compete with Champion or Heights or Kerrville-Tivy, which they're still going to have to play those teams. But I didn't think they'd be tied with Champion at halftime. But we'll see how that goes in the second half. You never know.
Home field means a lot.
Yeah, it does.
But we got some business to finish here. We still
Absolutely.
have few minutes, 40-something minutes to 30-something minutes to play yet here in the second half. So wonderful halftime experience, homecoming night. Crowd is full. The crowd is settled back into their seats. And, Jared, a lot of cups of coffee and hot chocolate I see down there on this chilly night.
Yeah, I went out there just a second ago, and it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the wind blowing right in your face, in the stands right here. I actually enjoy the cold weather. I like 40s and 50s. I don't particularly like the wind blowing, but that's really the hardest part of it right now in the stands is that wind's blowing right in your face if you're a Medina Valley crowd. Other than that, it's not too bad down there.
It sure hadn't deterred the crowd.
No, not at all.
Because the crowd is here. And you can expect that because the Panthers, the community supports Medina Valley. And as you can hear on the radio show, the sponsors that you get. And once again, Jared and I and Jeff want to tell everybody to go patronize those sponsors. And, hey, when you go up to the counter or something, tell them, hey, I heard about y'all on Medina Valley Broadcast Network. Listen to the Panther football or volleyball or baseball, basketball, softball. Just tell them that you appreciate them sponsoring Medina Valley to make this broadcast possible.
Absolutely, and here comes Kennedy out on the field. Medina Valley ready to come out on the field themselves as they're waiting for the Rockets to get on the field. And here come the Panthers with their arms all locked together, walking out, and now they run out once they get to the 10-yard line. And so the Panthers out on the field now for the second half, and we're ready to get this second half going. The Panthers are going to receive the football after Medina Valley kicked off to start the ball game.
The Panthers, going back to that kickoff, the Panthers actually, as you mentioned, they won the toss and deferred to the second half so they could get the ball to start the second half.
Yep.
They put their defense out there, and the defense answered the challenge the whole first half. Let's see if we can keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely right, Maury. And so Kennedy ready to tee the ball up at the 40-yard line.
And this kickoff is sponsored by whom, Jared?
Royce Grove, Valley Marts, and Exxon stations.
First time we've seen the Kennedy kickoff team out there.
Yeah, number 23, Eduardo Calix will be kicking it away. Does the kicking and the punting for the Rockets.
Mangum, Haney, and Bippert, the deep three for the Panthers.
And Haney, he's the new one back there because Hernandez was usually back there. And so Haney right in the center back there of the three deep men. And the kick is away. It's a end-over-end kick that's going to be fielded by Mangum at the 15-yard line up to the 25-30. Trying to bounce outside, and he's going to get taken down. We'll see where they spot him. Looks like around the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Panthers.
Good return. Joseph Simmons on the stop, but all the way out to the 33-yard line.
And so Panther offense will come out. They stuck with the same formation pretty much that entire half. They showed the shotgun with Pardo and Gibson as split backs, and they'd send three wide receivers out. And that's exactly what they're going to come with here to start the second half. As it is the starting offense on the field for the Panthers here with a 30-0 lead. Just underway here in the second half. Marsh out of the shotgun, takes that snap. Fakes the handoff. Pardo looking to throw down the middle. He's got two receivers there, but Vogel goes up to make the catch in traffic down to about the 40-yard line. Good pass and catch that time, and a first down for the Panthers.
Two Panthers in the same area. Vogel cut across and caught the ball. I'm not sure who that was for. They were both right there. Both Panthers had a chance at it.
Well, and you wonder, someone might have mixed up a route right there because you should not have two receivers within about 2 yards of each other right there on that play.
Vogel and Haney were right there.
Takes the snap, hands it to Pardo. Getting up the middle, down to the right side, breaks a couple tackles across the 30, down to about the 28-yard line. Nice run by Pardo, gets about 14 yards. It'll be 1st and 10, Medina Valley.
Flores on the stop, and that's one thing I wanted to say, Jared, is I hope Wesley gets a chance to score because the young man has scored 3 touchdowns in the last 2 games, and all 3 of them have been called back via the penalty.
Yeah, you're right, Maury. Out of the shotgun here. Marsh takes the snap, hands it to Pardo right up the middle again. Gets through that first level of the line and then kind of awkwardly goes down around the 22-yard line. Picks up around 5 yards. It will bring up 2nd down and 5.
Amadeus Jimenez on the stop for the Rockets, and I'm glad to see him getting back up because it looked like they had his leg pinned back behind him.
And his other one was forward, bent forward. That's why I said he kind of looked like he went down awkward, but he's right back up in there. 2nd and 5 from the 22-yard line. Takes the snap, gives it to Gibson up the middle. He's got a first down and more. Up across the 10-yard line, down to around the 8 or 9. It'll be 1st and goal, Medina Valley.
Maximus Sandoval with a touchdown saving tackle, but not before Gibson runs it all the way down. 1st and goal from the 8, Jared?
Looks like at the 8-yard line, 1st down and goal for the Panthers. We've seen Gibson put 3 scores in the end zone, and we've seen Charlie Marsh throw a touchdown to Mason Vogel. 1st and goal from the 8. Split backs here for the Panthers. Out of the shotgun, Marsh takes the snap. Gives it to Gibson right up the middle, down around the 5. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Medina Valley. 4th touchdown run by James Gibson in the ball game, and the Panthers take a 36-0 lead.
Jared, that might be the last time you see the first team offense out there. They made that look really, really easy to start the second half.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Maury. Sandoval on to try to tack on the extra point. Glendenin the holder. Marty is the deep snapper for the Panthers. High snap, but they get it down. The kick is up, and he drills it right through. So with 9:44 to play here in the third quarter, your new score, Medina Valley 37, Kennedy nothing. And so Medina Valley does what Maury and I talked about at halftime. They needed to just take that first drive downfield, put some points on the board. Now I feel like it's time you maybe put your first team defense out there, get a stop, get you the ball back, and then start putting some of your second team guys in there and get some of these players out of the ball game, because you have a Uvalde team next week who has surprised a couple of teams this year, and you're going to Uvalde to play in the Honey Bowl, and like we've talked about, you never know what you're going to get in that stadium.
That's the twilight zone there.
So you want to be healthy going into that football game.
Well, you want to be healthy, and you want to be deep, and you want to have experience all the way down. Even your second and third stringers, you want them to be able to perform when they get out there.
Well, and we talked about before the game, and Coach Crisp talked about it before the game, that Medina, this was the time to start turning that season in the right direction, and the Panthers have done that here against Kennedy so far, building some momentum to go into next week against the Coyotes.
And you see Sam Glendenin warming up on the sidelines for the Panthers.
And Sandoval's kick is going to be fielded at about the 12-yard line. Starts upfield by San Miguel, and he's going to get covered up around the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Kennedy.
I wonder who that was. Seth Bullard, imagine that.
And it looks like you're going to get majority of your starters out there for this defensive possession. Or this defensive series, like Maury said.
Seth kind of has that haircut like the Bad Boys signal. What is that? Wasn't that a type of shirt or whatever, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yep.
The flat top.
9:37 to go third quarter. Martinez out of the shotgun for the Rockets. They have 3 wide receivers here. Takes the snap. Going to hand the ball off up the middle, and he's not going anywhere. That's number 21, Daniel Sanchez, on the carry. Gets maybe a yard on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Snyder and Weir right there in the hole.
We talked about those two a lot tonight. Kennedy hasn't gotten much going on the run, and it's been a lot of it because of those two guys plugging up holes.
Well, and that's because your defensive line is not letting their offensive line chip and get to the second level, and your linebackers are doing what they're supposed to do, filling the holes and stopping it.
2nd down and 9 here for the Rockets. Come out here in the same formation with 3 wide. Martinez looking to throw. Fires left side. That's tipped up in the air and picked off at the 25-yard line. And that is number 14 on the interception for Medina Valley. That's Devin Stubing coming down with the interception. I think it was Marty. I think Marty got his hands on it at the line of scrimmage.
J.J. Marty, the defensive end, got a hand on it, tipped it, and tip drill. He's practicing every week. Devin Stubing getting the ball turnover for the Panthers. Couldn't have wrote a better script for the defense.
No, and it's 1st and 10 from the Kennedy 25-yard line, and now you're going to see some of the second-string players come in here. New quarterback in for the Panthers. That's going to be number 12, Sam Clendenin, into the ball game. Takes the snap from the shotgun, hands the ball off to Pardo. Gets across the 20, and he's ripped down at the 20-yard line, a pickup of 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Sandoval on the stop for the Rockets, but not before a good gain on 1st down.
So you've got Pardo in there as your main back. Gibson is out of the ball game, which is kind of expected right here.
You have 23 and 24 flanked on the side of Clendenin.
Yeah, and that's Diego Morales, the other running back in there for the Panthers. Clendenin out of the shotgun here on 2nd down and 5. Takes a snap, hands it to Pardo around the right side, and he's going to get taken down after a gain of a yard.
Sandoval once again for the Rockets on the stop.
Tried to get to the outside. A good job by Sandoval there to tackle Pardo in the open field, not let him get to the outside. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Panthers.
That's 2 open field tackles in a row by Sandoval, or it would have been a lot more yardage.
Panthers out of the gun here on 3rd and 4. Clendenin hands the ball right up the middle to Pardo, and he's going to get a 1st down. Needed 4 yards. He picked up 5. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the 14-yard line.
Miguel Santolo on the stop for the Rockets. Tell you what, that was just a quick burst by Pardo right up the gut.
And that's one of the things we've seen from him. When he runs with the football, he hits the holes and gets through them. He doesn't kind of stagger in them looking for space. They give it to Pardo again up the middle on 1st down, and he's through for a touchdown. No flags on the field. Wesley Pardo finally gets his score.
What did you say? No flags on the field.
No flags on the field. 43-0, your new score here as Wesley Pardo puts it in the end zone. And Medina Valley takes advantage of that interception as they go 25 yards for the score. A 14-yard touchdown run by Wesley Pardo, and Sandoval on to tack on the extra point.
That might be the last time you see Pardo in there.
Sandoval's extra point is up, and he drills it through. So with 7:07 to play in the 3rd quarter, your score, Medina Valley 44, Kennedy nothing. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984. and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
You're watching Medina Valley football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Back here at Panther Stadium. Pablo Sandoval ready to kick it away. Kickoff brought to you by Royce Grove Oil Company and Exxon. And Sandoval ready to kick it away. 7:04 to go, third quarter. Medina Valley with a 44-0 lead over the Kennedy Rockets. And Sandoval's kick is a end-over-end kick that is going to push him back into the end zone, and he comes out with it. Looking to bring it up to the 10, 15, and he's taken down. A good job there by that Panther special teams to bring him down.
Seth Bullard leading the charge there for the Panthers, along with number 20, Logan Gill.
And so that Kennedy offense comes back out on the field. 6:58 to go here, and they'll spot him at the 14-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 here for the Rockets as they come to the line of scrimmage. Single back in the backfield, Martinez under center. They got a 3-man bunch out to the left and then one wide out to the left side. A weird formation here. And they're going to run the ball out to the left side. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on that play.
Grant Snyder on the stop for the Panthers. Medina Valley with their first unit still out there on defense. A couple of new numbers. Number 50 out there in place of Ferguson. That's Alex Medina. We saw Medina in the starting role a couple of games while Zach Hecker was recuperating from a shoulder sting.
Yep. And so we'll go out of the I formation this time for the Rockets. 2 wide, they'll send Carrillo in motion. Martinez takes the snap, pitches it on the sweep back to his running back, number 10. Martinez on the carry, picks up about 2 or 3 yards. It's going to bring up third down about 4.
And that was Medina and Tarvin on the stop for Medina Valley.
So 3rd down and 3 to go here for the Rockets.
Ezekiel Villefane out there also for Medina Valley on the defensive line.
Yeah, and I think what you're going to see here is like they've subbed the defensive line. Next time you'll see the linebackers come out and maybe the secondary as well. Snyder and Weir both still in the ball game for Medina Valley. Well, now they're getting guys on very late here. They're going to take the snap, hand the ball off. Going to be close to a first down. I think he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. That was number 21 on the carry for
J.J.
the
Morty
Rockets.
And Snyder on the stop. And they're going to be, wow, he got a really bad spot. They're going to mark him 2 yards short.
No. They're going to move him up here. They just don't have the yard marker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I was with you there because they still had the down marker in the wrong spot, but it's 4th down about half a yard. And they're going to go for it.
Well,
and I mean, they might as well. They're down 44-0. You ain't got nothing to lose here. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. They're going to try to pick up this half a yard and keep their offense moving. They'll come out here in the I formation. Martinez under center. 1 wide out to the left. A man slotted to the right. Takes that snap. He sneaks it right up the middle. Grant and Weir were there, but not before he gets about a yard on the play. Gets the first down up to the 25. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rockets.
And number 15, the quarterback, he's not no small individual.
No.
He's a big boy. He just took the snap and, him and the center fired off, and he got the yard and a half needed, but not much more than that. So
yeah, no, he didn't get much more than that. And, it looked like he was going to follow the center. I don't think the center cleared much space. It was Martinez just kind of getting his way up the field.
Bull running.
Out of the I formation here with 3 wide. Martinez pitches it back to the other Martinez, number 10 on the carry that time, and that's going to be that was Nathan Martinez, a gain of a couple of yards, 2nd and 8 upcoming.
Andres Oliveras on the stop there for the Panthers. In there at defensive end for Medina Valley. Bullard out there as one of the defensive ends for Medina Valley also. Olivares and Bullard, the defensive ends.
2nd down and 8 here for the Rockets. 3 wide receivers. Carrillo in motion, out of the eye. Takes that snap. They're going to play action. Looking to throw. Under pressure. Gets hit as he threw. And that'll fall incomplete. Intended for Carrillo.
That was Bullard putting the rush on. Took the quarterback down.
Oh, he took Martinez down pretty good, too.
Pretty good.
It falls incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Nobody put a hat on Bullard as he was running free to the quarterback. Martinez did a good job of just getting that ball away.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. He was under a lot of pressure that time. That's what you like to see. That's their first team offense out there still for Kennedy. You got your second team guys out there still putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. 3rd down and 8 upcoming. Out of the shotgun, 4 wide. They're going to hand the ball off. Sanchez looking for room, and he's going nowhere. Back to the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 8 for the Rockets.
Villafain and Snyder on the stop for Medina Valley.
We'll see what the Rockets do here on 4th down and 8. They went for it on 4th and inches earlier, managed to get it, but it looks like they're going to punt it away this time on 4th down and 8 yards to go.
That's Ezekiel Villafain, number 46. His brother, Geomarcus Villafain, is one of the starting offensive linemen for the Panthers.
Decent snap. Got it blocked. It's blocked, and that ball's into the end zone. Touchdown, Medina Valley. Number 21 for the Panthers picks it up. That's Taylor Weir taking it in. And number 15 with the block. That's Seth Bullard. Got one there for the Panthers.
What did we say we wanted him to do? We wanted to get a scoop and score. He blocked it.
And Weir picked it up and scooped it in the end zone. That's the 2nd block punt tonight for the Panthers special teams. And this time it turns into 6 points for the special teams.
So the bad boy Seth Bullard with the block and Taylor Weir with the scoop and score. They promised us a scoop and score on Sports for Supper at Sammy's. They just delivered.
That makes it 50-0, and with the extra point, Sandoval trying to make it 51. Good snap. Kick is up, and he boots it through. So with 2:32 to play in the 3rd quarter, your new score, Medina Valley 51, Kennedy 0. And the Panthers doing it on special teams, offense, and defense here in this ball game. And I want to give everyone some updates from around the district right now. Memorial trailing Alamo Heights 49-0 in the 3rd quarter. Tivy beating Uvalde 42-0 in the 3rd. And in the 3rd quarter with 7:16 to go, Bernie Champion leading Lockhart 16-14. Somehow they got a safety in that ball game. And so that is the score at the moment in that game. Very close game there in Lockhart.
So, Jared, Tomaselli, Gutierrez, and Seth Bullard, can you say they called their shot Wednesday night and said they're going to get a scoop and score?
Yeah, they were ready for it.
They also promised us a pick 6.
They did, and they got a pick earlier.
Tomaselli has been on there twice and almost had it.
Yeah, even looked at his hands a couple of times when it went through there.
So the sophomores calling their shots tonight as Tarvin has done what he said he was going to do at defensive end also.
Yeah. No, that Panther defense and special teams has come up very big for them tonight. 2:32 to play here in the 3rd. Is Sandoval ready to boot it away? Line drive kick. San Miguel will let it bounce, and he's going to have to field it, and it gets behind him, fields it at the 4-yard line, looking for room to run, and he's taken down at the 2-yard lines where they're going to spot him.
Tomaselli.
Oh.
Tomaselli down there almost gets a safety.
And, you know, that's one of those plays right there where San Miguel, he let that ball bounce thinking it was going to go out of bounds. It stayed in bounds. He picked it up at the 4-yard line, gets tackled at the 2. 1st and 10, Kennedy from the 2-yard line. And you said almost got a safety. They might still get one.
Yeah. Michael Tomaselli on the coverage for the Panthers. And Forward Progress has him right outside the 2. That's a generous spot.
Yeah.
Because he was going backwards.
Yeah, they had him covered up right on the goal line. And Martinez bringing that play a long way into the ball game. Feel bad for that poor guy. He's run back and forth off the field every play.
He's ran about 6 miles.
Yeah. They'll go from the shotgun. 4 wide receivers from their own 2-yard line. Martinez takes the snap, looking to run it himself, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And that is it.
Second down. Now they gave him 1 yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Villafain and Olivares on the stop. Nathan Weibland out there now as one of the cornerbacks on the left side of the formation, along with Gutierrez. Number 40 in there, Emmanuel Rijos as one of the linebackers, and the other linebacker out there is number 52, Eric Klessel.
Out of the shotgun here on 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 3. They're going to hand the ball off, and he just runs right in the back of his own guy and falls forward for a yard gain. Maybe 2. Gets it up to the 5-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 7.
Bullard and Villafain on the stop for Medina Valley.
3rd and 7 upcoming. Ball on the 5-yard line.
Klessel and Rios are your linebackers.
As they come to the line of scrimmage here. Out of the gun, takes a low snap, looking to throw. Sets up, fires with a man in his face. That's intercepted at the 20-yard line. And that's Mangum, I believe, and there's a penalty flag down, but Mangum into the end zone for a touchdown. There's another penalty. He whacked him in the back of the head with his arm as he went through.
So right now as it stands, to see what the penalty is, Mangum has an interception, a pick 6 for Medina Valley. We'll see what the penalty is, and I believe that's going to be on Kennedy Rockets.
Both of them, I believe. The first one was thrown after the interception was made, and the second one, we know what it was in the end zone after he scored. One of the Kennedy players literally punched him in the back of the helmet. He's probably going to get ejected from the ball game for that.
The same official that threw the flag also threw the second one because he threw his cap down. So
that was bad unsportsmanlike there. I saw that. Like, he literally took his right arm and just swung it at the back of his helmet.
A bit of frustration, but still, there's no need for anything like that to happen on the football field.
I didn't see the number of the player that did it, but I saw the arm swing forward and whack him. As we're going to get this situated here, call from the referee. So you're going to get a personal foul against Medina Valley. And you're also going to get, we'll see what they call here, a dead ball personal foul against Kennedy, unsportsmanlike conduct.
So they're going to nullify the interception return. They're going to give Medina Valley the interception, but they're going to call a personal foul. I want to say it's probably a block below the waist on their return.
Yeah.
And it was post possession turnover, so the Panthers will get Tyler Mangum will get credit for the interception. The Panthers will have the ball 1st and 10 from the 12.
Looks like the 13-yard line's where they got him spotted. Clendenin out of the shotgun here for the Panthers. They did not toss the player for Kennedy out of the ball game, which I'm a little surprised at after what he did do. Clendenin's going to keep it up the middle this time, bounces off a tackler, gets down to around the 6 or 7 yard line.
Flores on the stop for the Kennedy Rockets.
They'll give him a gain of, looks like 7 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 here for the Panthers.
Panthers don't have to snap this ball to take it through the 3rd quarter if they do not choose to.
No, you're right. They can take this all the way down to the end of the quarter And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Smart call that time for
3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. Well, actually, 2 possessions and the
scoop and score. And that is going to do it for the third quarter. So your score after 3 quarters, Medina Valley 51, Kennedy nothing. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Garner Abstract and Land Company, the title company with professional service and a personal touch. Garner services real estate transactions, buying, selling, and construction loans for commercial and residential. They specialize in land development and farm and ranch. Garner, offering a commitment to professionalism, confidentiality, and personal service combined with the latest technology. Garner Abstract and Land Company will work to earn your trust. Garner Abstract and Land Company, 830-346-1367.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium, where Medina Valley leading 51-0 as we go to the fourth quarter. And the Panthers come out here on second down and a long 3 to go here. Out of the gun, Clendenin with split backs. Takes the snap, hands the ball off right up the middle. That's number 24 on the carry for the Panthers, Diego Morales. And he's going to get close to it. He's going to get a first down, so it's going to be first and goal from the 2-yard line for Medina Valley.
Clendenin is flanked by
Aaron Ledesma.
Diego Morales and Aaron Ledesma.
Ooh. That Lockhart game now, 2:16 to go, third quarter. Lockhart leading champion 17-16.
Wow.
Yeah, very close ball game there, back and forth. Out of the shotgun, Clendenin. 3 wide receivers here. Takes the snap, hands the ball, Morales. Cuts it up the field, trying to get to the end zone. He's going to be close, but I think he's going to be about a yard shy. He'll spot him at the 1-yard line. It'll bring up second down and goal.
Touchdown saving tackle by Tim Mann. But, Jared, it is very close.
Yeah, he's down there inside the 1-yard line.
Panthers using all of the play clock they can.
That Beeville Jones Lavernia scores 35-14 in the third quarter. 10:30 to go here. Clendenin out of the gun, takes that snap, hands it off up the middle, touchdown Medina Valley. That's number 24, Diego Morales, getting in there on the touchdown for the Panthers, and that'll make it 57-0. And now they're just continuing to run that clock here as Sandoval ready to try to tack on the extra point.
No, this is Garrett.
Oh, this is Garrison Garza in there to kick. Left-footed kicker puts it up right into the line of scrimmage, and they're going to fall on top of it. And so that extra point is no good. Your score now, Medina Valley 57, Kennedy nothing.
We have a running clock here in the fourth quarter.
That was a Diego Morales touchdown run for the Panthers, 1-yard touchdown run by Morales. Got it in the end zone. Also, a couple more scores from around the area. Divine leading Hondo 35-14 in the third quarter. One of the other ones, Sabinal getting shut out 34-0. And I want to see if that DeHennis score.
How about our Cowboys, DeHennis?
DeHennis won 13-6 over Charlotte. They were at 6-0 at halftime.
Was that at DeHennis?
No, that's a road game. Otherwise, they'd play tomorrow night. All of their home games are on Saturday at Butch Wolf Stadium.
That's what I thought. And the O'Connor Brandeis?
That's 23-7 Brandeis starting the fourth quarter.
You know how Brandeis got 2 of their scores. Block, punt, return for TD, 2 touchdowns.
14 points off of block punts in return for touchdowns.
We've seen that tonight.
Yeah, we absolutely have.
Special teams are part of it as also.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Mason has righted the ship.
Oh, are they beating Brackett now?
17-14.
And that is a high end over and kick. That's a muffed kick picked up by Kennedy at the 15-yard line, and he swarmed over around the 17. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Christian Salazar picked it up. It was brought down by Andres Olivares for Medina Valley. Olivares will stay on the field at defensive end. Number 77 now in the ball game for the Panthers. That's Matt Garces.
And so it is Martinez still coming back out there at quarterback for the Rockets. As Kennedy comes out here, out of the shotgun. More of a pistol formation here for the Rockets with a back kind of behind him, and they do hand it to him, and he's not going anywhere. Lost a couple of yards on the play. Good job by that Panther front, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 13.
Villafane and Ramirez on the stop for Medina Valley.
At the moment in the district, 3 shutouts going on right now around the district, with Heights leading Memorial 49-0 and Tivy leading Uvalde 49-0. Martinez out of the gun. 2nd down and 12 upcoming here for Kennedy. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Martinez sets up, fires, almost picked off. That was him again.
Yep.
That was Sebastian Gutierrez.
Well, the first 2 times it was Tomaselli. That time Gutierrez nearly had a shot at a pick six.
And honestly, that was probably offensive pass interference because the receiver had his arms wrapped around him to keep him from making that play. But at this point in the ballgame, I don't think the officials are going to be throwing flags for that kind of stuff unless it's really bad.
It has to be really blatant.
Yeah, 6:14 and counting to go here in the ballgame.
But Gutierrez nearly had himself a pick six.
Out of the shotgun again, Martinez. 3rd down and 12. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Fires, incomplete. So in and out of Gutierrez's hands and Logan Gill. Gill had it first, and it tipped it to Gutierrez, who had to come back and make the play, and it went in and out of his hands as well. Panthers trying everything they can to get that interception, but falls incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, with the way these 4 young men handle themselves and call their shots, they're going to be fighting to come to Sports for Supper next week, next Wednesday, if they're going to respond like this.
Looking to punt it away now. Gets it back. The Panthers do not rush that punt, and it is going to be fielded by Mangum on the run. Gets up to the 30, 25, 20 before he's pushed out of bounds. Good return by Mangum. He ran up on that, caught it in stride, and just burst away from the Kennedy defenders. It'll be 1st and 10 Panthers from around the 20-yard line.
Flores running Mangum out of bounds, but the clock is running. It's been a running clock here all the way in the 4th quarter.
Yep.
Be down to about 4 minutes and 20 seconds left before the Panthers have to snap this ball.
Yeah, and I would imagine Medina Valley's just going to take their time here and run as much of this clock out as they possibly can. Clendenin out of the shotgun. You've got Morales and Ledesma, the 2 backs to either side of him. 2 wide receivers out to the left, takes the snap, hands the ball off to Ledesma, who cuts it up the field, gets it to around the 15-yard line. Looks like they'll give him a 4-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Flores on the stop there for the Kennedy Rockets.
Lockhart's ahead 17-16.
And a timeout taken by the officials. And we got an injury on the field. One of the Kennedy players is down over on the far side of the field. And so they'll take a break for that. And while they help him out, we'll go ahead and take a quick break, too. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue here in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium as injured player up, walked onto the sideline under his own power here. So 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. Clendenin out of the gun. Takes a snap, hands the ball off to Morales up the middle. And he's going to pick up a few yards on the play. Gets it down to, looks like the 14-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4, a pickup of 2 yards.
Franco on the stop for the Kennedy Rockets.
3:19 and counting to go here in the ball game. 3rd down and 4 here for the Panthers. 3 wide out to the right, 1 to the left side. Morales, the lone back. Clendenin takes the snap, looking to run it up the middle. He's going to get a 1st down. Gets it down to around the 7-yard line. Good run by Clendenin. That snap was kind of bad. He kind of reached back, grabbed it with one left arm, pulled it in, and took off.
Tripped up by Simmons, but not before Clendenin gets the 1st down for the Panthers. 1st and goal from the 7.
2:45 to go here in the ball game. Medina Valley trying to just eat this clock down. I know they don't want to add on to a already lopsided score here, but Kennedy not making it easy for them to not add on either. Panther offense, 2nd team offense playing very well also. Takes that snap, hands it off. I believe this is Ledesma coming to the near side, gets to the corner, turns it up, touchdown Medina Valley. 7-yard touchdown run by Aaron Ledesma, getting in the end zone for the Panthers.
And that's just a case of just speed.
Yep.
Outrunning the defenders to the pylon.
63-0 the score here as Garrison Garza is on to try to tack on the extra point. Left-footed kicker. Takes the snap. Kick is up. And it is no good. He hooked it wide to the right. And so Medina Valley, your new score here in the 4th quarter, Medina Valley 63, Kennedy nothing, with 1:28 and counting as they let that clock wind down here. The Panthers can boot it away.
So this kickoff is sponsored by Royce Grove Law Company and Valley Marts Incorporated. Number 19 back out there with the tee again. That's Pablo Sandoval. Jared, they won't have to kick this ball away till probably about 30 seconds left to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the clock has ran here the whole 4th quarter.
And now with 10:40 to go in the 4th quarter, Bernie Champion now leading Lockhart 24-17.
Scored and went for 2 and made it.
So they have a touchdown lead over the Lions with 10:40 to go in that ball game. And so Sandoval ready to boot it away, and he will do it. High end over end kick that's going to be fielded at the 11-yard line. Takes off up the field to the 25, breaks into the clear, up to the 45, 50s in a foot race to the end zone, and they are going to break the shutout with a kickoff return for a touchdown. There are no flags down on the field. 63-6 is the score as they let the clock expire. They'll let them try to tack on an extra point here maybe, but looked like about an 88-yard kickoff return for a touchdown right there. And with that, shutout's gone with no time left on the clock.
I think we'll excuse that.
Yeah, I mean, I know that you just wanted to see him put up that 0 going into next week.
Well, and that just shows at least Kennedy didn't give up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fought right down to the zeros on the clock.
Number 23 going to try to tack on the extra point here. That's Eduardo Calix. Takes the snap, kick is up, and it is good. And so that is the ball game. Your final score, Medina Valley 63, Kennedy nothing.
7.
Oh, yeah, Kennedy 7, sorry. It was nothing all the way up until that kickoff return for a touchdown. But that is your final score, 63-7. Medina Valley gets their first district win. They get back on the winning track here, and they will move on to play Uvalde next week at the Honey Bowl in Uvalde. That's a 7:30 p.m. kickoff. We'll be on the air around 7:10 there from the Honey Bowl. And also want to remind everybody, tune in on Tuesday night, Medina Valley Volleyball taking on the Harlan Hawks. That game will be live here on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network. Dwayne Garza, Jeff Stivers there to call all the action for you.
And there will be for first
place in the district.
Harlan won the first matchup at Harlan. They come to Medina Valley. Medina Valley with just the one loss in district to the Hawks, so we can even the score up Tuesday night. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so wear your pink if you have some to the volleyball game. Jeff Stivers and Dwayne Garza will bring it to you. As Jared mentioned, let's pack the house.
Yeah, and we're going to go ahead and take a break, and then we'll come back to wrap things up, pick a player of the game, and have our post-game show. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue here in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Truck Month is back at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealership, where you'll get upfront posted pricing with no surprise dealer add-ons. Like on the 2020 Colorado Crew Cab V6, posted at $25,995, plus 3.63% financing for 75 months. Or the all-new 2020 Silverado Texas Edition, posted at only $29,999, or lease for just $330 a month with 0 down. Plus, get a no-charge spray-in bed liner and window tint. With deals like these, it's easy to see why more people are buying from North Park Chevrolet than ever before. Find new roads and experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, a proud member of the K-Lig Auto Group, and a J.D. Power 2019 Dealer of Excellence for the customer sales experience. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Highest rated dealer based on sales volume and customer satisfaction. Call 210-640-3184 for full price details. For J.D. Power 2019 DOE information, visit jdpower.com/DOE.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community 80 years ago, and for 80 years we've delivered safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to be a part of this community and continue to serve beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, giving back to libraries, hosting safety presentations, and so much more. We belong to this community and are honored to do so. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or at medinaec.org.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as we are at the conclusion of this game. Medina Valley wins this ball game 63-7 over the Kennedy Rockets. Panthers got on the winning track like we talked about. They're going to move on to play Uvalde next week at the Honey Bowl. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. The halftime show brought to you by Community National Bank. And we need to pick a player of the game now. And the player of the game is going to be brought to you by Medina Electric. We exceed member expectations in everything we do at Medina Electric. And so the Medina Electric player of the game, I think Maury and I and Jeff talked about it. We're going to give it to the special teams from Medina Valley, especially to the players who were on our show, Sports for Supper, the other night. Who was that? Bullard, Gutierrez, and
Seth Bullard, Michael Tomaselli, and Sebastian Gutierrez. And you can say they called their shot, and so did Joe Tarvin at defensive end. They called their shot, and you heard it live at Sports for Supper at Sammy's. And when you're sophomores and you can call your shot, you deserve player of the game.
Yeah, they said, we want to get something on special teams. They had a blocked punt right there, scooped up by Taylor Weir to score, and I think it was it Bullard? Bullard's the one who got his hand on that to block it. And then you did get an interception, not by one of those three, but they came very close to getting an interception, made some good defensive plays on the defensive side of the ball also.
Tomaselli had his hands on 2 interceptions, and so did Sebastian Gutierrez, but just could not bring them in. But they called their shot, and it paid off.
Yeah, and talk a little bit more about the special teams and what kind of impact it had on the ball game here in the first half. Medina Valley blocked a punt, had the ball at the Kennedy 28-yard line to start a drive. Later on special teams, the snap almost went over the punter's head. They were able to tackle him at the 9, had first and goal to start that drive. Then in the second half, you get the blocked punt and the scoop and score. 3 big plays on special teams led to 21 Medina Valley points.
Well, and it led to another score because Medina Valley tackled on the after scoring drives, tackled their return man on the 2-yard line.
Right there on the 2-yard line, yeah, absolutely.
And set up a short field for the last touchdown of the ball game for Medina Valley.
Yeah, and we talked before the ball game, the keys to the game. We talked about finishing drives, not playing without turnovers, and playing without penalties. We saw a couple of penalties in the first half. In the second half, only one against the Panthers on that interception.
And that negated a pick six.
That negated a pick six. Very true. They did go on to score, but at the time negated the points. But they played a pretty clean game for the most part that way, did not turn the ball over in the ball game, and they finished off all of their drives in this game. They never got stalled out, never had to punt, never turned it over one time in this game.
And came out injury-free.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and that was the big thing, is getting on to Uvalde injury-free. And remind everybody to tune in on Tuesday night when the Medina Valley volleyball team takes on Harlan. As we mentioned earlier, that game will be for first place in the district. That game will be live at 6 o'clock after the JV game, so it will be somewhere around 6 o'clock. As soon as the JV game ends, they'll be live with that. Dwayne Garza, Jeff Stivers will be there to call the action. Tune in to us Wednesday night for Sports for Supper at Sammy's, or come down to Sammy's, and you can eat and be in the crowd right there and listen in as we usually interview some of the players. We have some of the other sports from around Medina Valley come in, and we'll have that for you on Sports for Supper Wednesday night. And then a reminder, next week, Medina Valley football travels to Uvalde. That game will be live here on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network. It will be broadcast by Maury and myself. I don't think Jeff will be there for that ball game, but it will be at the Honey Bowl, and as we've talked about, you never know what can happen. Uvalde has already come up with a stunner, beating Alamo Heights earlier this season. I know Uvalde got destroyed tonight by Tivy 49-0, but when you go into the Honey Bowl, you never know what to expect.
No.
And so be sure to tune in for all of those things going on around Medina Valley sports as the Panther Band ready to play here on homecoming night. Final score tonight, Medina Valley 63, Kennedy 7. The Panthers now 1-2 in district play. We talked about that they're not out of the playoffs by any means. They needed to get it going with a win here tonight. They did exactly that. Now you just roll it over one game at a time. Take care of business next week against Uvalde. One more update in the fourth quarter. Bernie Champion now taking control of that ball game, leading Lockhart 38-17 with 9:08 to go. Champions put up 21 unanswered
21
points
unanswered
against Lockhart to take control of that ball game. And so your final score here, Medina Valley 63, Kennedy 7. For Maury Stein and Jeff Stivers, I'm Jared Lucky saying good night. God bless, and we will see you next time when Panther football continues.